Good morning, everyone. I'm Tassinix, and welcome to Coffee and Chill. Yeah, we're in between seasons. Next week starts the next 5 versus 5, season 63. And yeah, I'm just here to chill, man. I'm here to take questions, talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, knock out my Conquest and TB battles for the day, all the good stuff. Got our first question already. Good morning, Omaro Lit. Hi, Task. Glad to catch a chill stream. I really enjoy your GAC videos, and the podcasts are always very insightful. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. What are your initial thoughts regarding Dark Rays modding? I know it's very early, but I'd be happy to hear your thoughts. Thanks. All right. Great question. By the way, it is part of the plan that me and the guys from Plotting and Scheming are going to break down her kit. We just decided to wait until pretty much she's about to come out, so look for it soon. But anyway, we can talk about her kit. So as far as modding her goes, there's two things that really jump out to me, that call out to me and how to think about modding. First is true damage. So true damage favors offense, right? At first thought, I was thinking, oh man, like a really fast offense, that's probably the way to go. That's kind of the way I was about it. Oh, let me put up my music just for me at least. Get something rolling here. There we go. Yeah. So anyway, at first I was thinking offense, but the other thing is while Ray is debuffed, she has plus 50% speed. 50% speed, there's no when you have speed up, when you have such a big speed gain like this, there's no substitute for speed. We all know that over the last few years, other sets that aren't speed have had an increasing prominence. It's one of the big successes in game design for this game. Because speed, for a game, think about any of the classic turn meter games, any of your Final Fantasy, stuff like that. Turn meter is king in these games. So I was thinking, it's like maybe I should go more of the offense route, but I know for a fact that I've got some banging speed sets that also have strong offense secondaries on them. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for the moment. That's what I've been preparing. Hopefully that answers you. Good question though, man. Great way to start us off. Oh, she's so good. I'm so excited for her kit. I don't know. Let me think about this. We've had some bangers, but I'm pretty sure that she is, without exception, the strongest Conquest character we've ever had. Feel free. Fight me in the comments. Come at me, bro. But if you've read through her kit, it is just straight ridiculousness. And, yeah. All right. Let's get about our business here. Let's see if we can do any good. Yeah, we need that. Do I also take the out? I feel like I want Faust. Okay. Yeah, there's no way around it. I'll stab you. I'm pretty sure you just killed me. How about Hux? Hux, can you give me a little love? Hux. Nope, everything just go boom immediately. If not soon. Oh my god. We take one turn. Yeah, not a lot of combating that one. And I know you're thinking, oh, if you're doing Crew Slacker, why don't you just swipe first and then you definitely get a second turn with Slacker? It's true, I've done it. And then what? And then you do either basic, which does 2 attacks but still doesn't give you a full turn meter bar, or you do middle like I just did, and then they kill you before your next turn anyway, so it's basically RNG. if you get lucky enough to get that second slacker turn. Yeah. Sounds like she's straight to R8. That's generally a pretty hard and fast rule for me on Conquest units, but yeah, man. Yeah. R8 is a fine idea. R9 out the gate with all 3 Omis is my plan of action. Amazing character. Amazing character. But yeah. Good morning, Big Deal. Good morning, Dojo. Dojo Moto. Hello, sir. Hello back to you. Okay, Omar Lit with another question. How do you decide between offense and crit damage triangle in general? Ooh, that's a very intelligent question. I like that a lot. I understand the implications of true damage. Apart from that, are there stats that lead you towards one or the other? So, in general, as you could imagine, landing a critical strike is generally, a critical strike without critical damage triangle is 150% damage. It's a pretty good hit, right? With a crit damage triangle, it's 192%, right? I think so. And so, that's assuming normal type of mastery. So the idea is that on paper, you would understand why it would be desirable for any attacking character to critically strike. But how do you decide whether or not you go with like an offense primary or a crit damage triangle? First of all, offense primary, I'm only going to be considering for special damage dealers in the first place. Let me think if there's an exception to that. A physical damage dealer for which I would do offense primary. There's at least 2, BAM and BKM. So think of it like this. Both BAM and BKM have true damage, and I know you said true damage considerations aside, but that's kind of one of them, right? That, like, you're trying to think about what's going to actually do more damage. Well, for characters that actually have true damage, far and away, offense is going to provide you more, particularly for those characters. But basically, most physical attackers have enough crit chance where it's pretty reasonable. Like, you can do it with or without a 2-piece of crit chance, depending on how your secondaries are. And you can be up over 80 to 90% crit chance. And we've talked about this before on the show with the full team, but, crit avoidance and, crit immunity, stuff like that, there's an increased prevalence of that. So having higher crit chance is better for, overcoming the CC, or CA part of it. But, special damage dealers. So physical damage dealers like those 2 I mentioned would get an offense triangle for me. In general, physical damage dealers get critical damage because it's not asking too much of me to get them up to a reasonable amount of crit chance. Whereas special damage dealers very seldom have a high amount of crit chance. Now, when it comes to special damage, if you're going to try and do the crit damage triangle, you want to effectively be up around 70+% special crit chance. Now, I'm saying for physical, 80 to 90 would be ideal. Higher than 70 is great. You're going to find it plenty hard just getting to 70. All right. Okay, R9, all Omis, I'll match you. The people in Erodium don't stand a chance against me, says Big Deal. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that R9 is necessary. I think R8's great. When you see that one of her Omis basically says that, I want to say that she can't be defeated. There's something where, like, she can't be defeated until some condition is met, and then none of her allies can be defeated until she's defeated, or something like that. It's like a group-wide Ben Solo, like, preservation effect. If you guys want, hold on. Let me see. Let me start a poll. Where's the poll button? Manage poll. Wow, it's been a while since I started one. Quick review of Dark Ray Kit. We'll put up that vote for 2 minutes there. Start a poll. All right, you guys want me to review, in brief, the Dark Ray kit. I can. I'll leave it up to you guys. But yeah, R8 definitely. Straight to R8 for me. I'd say straight to R8 is not wasted resources for anybody. But she gets extra health. I want to say she has plus 100% health from an Omi or something. So all the more reason for me to take her to R9. You get such a large chunk for your trouble. Okay, Frankie, B909, just tuned in. See, you're thinking speed set on Dark Ray. What primaries? Obviously speed for the arrow. Like I say in the mod videos, if you had like a crazy ass, like I'm talking fast health arrow, like speed set health arrow, offense primary is like 28, 29, 30 plus speed, something like that. Because if you're being in a speed set, you really don't want to trade even little minor amounts of speed away unless there's a big gain. So generally speaking, speed arrow, but if you had a wicked health primary arrow, offense secondaries real fast, that would be the best. Crit damage triangle, of course. Again, you know, health primary cross with offense secondaries and high speed would probably be ideal, but I can see no issue with making that offense, you know, for the aforementioned true damage reasons. Thinking health circle, you know, I'm thinking a health circle. That should be about it. Speed health set type, probably. If you went defense, I wouldn't naysay you. I could go with that. No worries. Dark Trooper. Yeah. Omarolik, good call. When we were talking about physical damage dealers for which you would have an offense primary, great call on Dark Trooper. Even though I want to say with advantage he can critically strike, it's not really what he's about, right? The way he does damage, you don't really have to worry about that. So, good catch there. That's a good one. Dojomoto, question regarding Fulcrum. Is 333% armor pen better or worse than 33% offense? Ooh. I don't have the means to calculate that for you. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I wouldn't even know how to go about calculating that. We could, you know, she has everybody has an armor penetration rating. I think I'm imagining a way that I could kind of calculate it. The answer is, of course, that the armor penetration is probably excellent for Fulcrum. Depending on what team she's on, it's probably likely that, let's say that you've got Fulcrum with Malicos, whether it's offense or defense. Pretty tough to say that you could go wrong with the high armor penetration. Likewise, the offense may not benefit Fulcrum as much as the armor pen, but the consideration would be, yeah, but you've got, you know, Malicos there, and he's going to turn that offense into more true damage, so fair. In talks, you're leaning towards offense. I think that offense is probably a better team-wide play. Yeah, the fact is that we don't know what's on the next Datacron set, right? We haven't had defense as a stat for a couple of sets, so we might have defense back again. When there's defense to counter armor penetration, resistance penetration, they're less effective. Offense would be preferable. I think that's the way to call it, actually, Dojo. If you're really sweating this out with your guild, deciding which way you want to go, like thinking about how you want to optimize your set 19 Datacrons, if you could, it would be best if you could wait. If you could wait until the new Datacron set's identified, set 20. what we got coming in that. That's what I would say, man. All right, Decepticons. Hey, Tass, how goes it? Got my coffee ready to chill. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Yeah, I'm still kind of waking up. Got the daughter breakfast. Got a big mug of black coffee. Mrs. T's at work. It's chill morning. Trying to hone in 2 Fulcrum Datacrons. I appreciate it. Yeah, man. I feel that. I actually have a super high armor penetration one, and I have a high offense one, but just knowing where we're at right now, the armor penetration one goes with Fulcrum, and the high offense one, which is also a Fulcrum Cron, that goes with my Queen team, right? Yeah, because I got like 11.1k offense on my Padawan Obi-Wan. I want them slaps. That's what we're going for. All right, let me finish this mission. You guys had me focused there on your questions. I just completely blanked out on my TV. Next question. Throw it up, guys. Anything you want to talk about? Oh, yeah, what happened with that poll? Manage poll. View results. Yes was 100%. Okay, all right. I am a man of the people. We can take a quick detour for that. Let's talk about Dark Ray. I'm stoked about this kit, right? All right. Here, we'll do it kind of like how I do in the videos. We'll talk about the unique first, because I like to do uniques before the other active skills. If all allies are first order at the start of battle, Ray gains 100% max health. That's a base ability. That's not even an Omicron. All right? At the start of the encounter, if the ally in the leader slot is any version of Kylo Ren, this is going to make her nasty in 3 versus 3, right? You're going to partition her off under a crew lead with Red Trooper. You might do it with... you can't do it with Malicos, right? Because then you break your first order synergy, and you want that 100% max health. But you're thinking about any version of Kylo Ren? We can do that. Anyway... At the start of the encounter, if the ally in the leader slot is any version of Kylo Ren, Rey's untargetable until all enemies have taken a turn or are defeated. So there's that condition I was thinking of earlier. Whenever an enemy is defeated, all characters lose 100% turn meter, and all first order allies gain advantage for 2 turns. Now, if you're under Slacker lead, what happens to everybody having turn meter removed from them? They bulk up. So everybody on the enemy team loses turn meter, which, let's see. It doesn't say it can't be resisted. So it can be resisted, all right? But you're going to get bulked up off this, and then all first order allies gain advantage for 2 turns. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Decepticons, what do you think the mod set would be for Dark Ray? Yeah, we were talking about that a little bit earlier, man. I'm thinking speed, 2 piece of health. I think that's probably going to be it. Crit damage triangle. Ideally, so the general choice is going to be a speed arrow and an offense cross. The stretch goal would be a blazing fast health arrow, health primary arrow with high offense secondaries on it. And then a fast health cross with high offense secondaries on it for exactly the reasons you're seeing here. Just ridiculous character, but you'll have to put some love in to get the highest utility mods for her. Anyway, enemies with less than full health have minus 200% critical avoidance. Whenever an enemy with less than 100% health recovers to full health, they dispel all buffs on themselves. Wow, so that's just the base effect of this unique, right? While in Grand Arenas, while Rey is untargetable from this ability, first order allies can't be defeated. While an enemy is less than full health, they can't recover protection. So think about it. While she's untargetable from this ability, and she remains untargetable until every enemy has taken a turn, or at least one enemy is defeated, first order allies can't be defeated. So until you can target her, you ain't doing nothing. Go after Hux. You can do what you want. Go after Red. You can do what you want. I got time for that. Best of luck to you, you know? All right. While an enemy is less than full health, they can't recover protection. Ridiculous. Whenever a first order ally is inflicted with a debuff, they lose 1% turn meter once per turn and gain 1% offense stacking for the rest of the encounter. So again, they're having TM removed from them, which means they're bulking up. So they're bulking up and gaining offense from this. It's nuts. Hey, good morning, Sheepdog. Good to see you, man. All right, next unique. Don't be afraid of who you are. Ray has plus 25% crit chance and critical damage. So, in general, when you get crit damage from a kit, that tends to make a crit damage triangle less valuable. That's part of the conversation, too, when you're talking about offense. Like, for example, a great corner case character is Padawan Sabine, right? She's stacking crit chance and crit damage, I want to say, over the course of the fight. That's also a debate some people have had about Malicos, but the idea is that at least early on in the fight, I feel like the biggest punches early, and most fights are ending early, right? It's all about killing the key character on the enemy team, right? If you just blow out the character early, you're fine. But if you can... So I think the crit damage triangle is still probably the way to go, but when you have ramping critical damage, adding on another 42% may not be worth as much as the extra offense. So it's always a conversation. Okay, So Ray's abilities can't be evaded. So we were just thinking about how that 100% TMR didn't say that it couldn't be resisted, but at least we know it can't be evaded. Again, this is all just base kit stuff. We're a long way away from any GAC Omicron. While Ray has Retaliate, she recovers protection at the end of her turn equal to 100% of the damage she received. While Ray is debuffed, she has plus 50% speed. This is why I'm really thinking the speed set. Nothing takes as much advantage of speed up, 50% speed, any large speed gain, like a speed set. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. If Ray defeats an enemy, excluding summoned units, all allies defeated by that enemy are revived with 100% health. What even is this kit? Do they want anything to fight it at all? What are you doing? People can't be targeted. People can't be killed. If somebody does get killed, everybody's coming back. And if you're running under Slacker lead, their guys ain't coming back. Ain't no coming back from no Slacker kills. Just what is this? This is insane, kid. Alright? All allies defeated by that enemy are revived with 100% health. Whenever an enemy without 100% turn meter gains bonus turn meter, like so many teams do, reduce their max protection by 5%, 10% if it was a bonus turn, excluding GLs and raid bosses, for the rest of the encounter and persist through defeat. So even killing her will not abate this effect. That's just the base part. Now, in Grand Arenas, all other First Order allies with Retaliate recover protection at the end of their turn equal to 100% of the damage they receive. So they get that passive protective benefit from the first part of this ability. First Order allies with advantage, like they will have pretty much all the time, ignore taunt effects on their turn. Again, why even show up? Just, why even show up? If the ally in the leader slot is Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, whenever he enters aggressive stance, his ultimate, the cooldown of Malevolent Lineage is reset. Spoiler, that's her big hit. Alright, let's talk about her basic real quick. Surrender to Darkness. What is this sorcery? Indeed, Decepticons. This kit is nutters. Nutters. Okay, deal physical damage twice to target enemy. This attack ignores 50% protection. If the enemy had full health or protection up at the start of this attack, attack again, maximum 3 attacks total. On her turn, if she deals at least 3 instances of damage, target enemy is feared for 1 turn, which can't be resisted. Yes, you heard that right. It is a single target at your discretion if you, let's see, if they had full health, so you get to decide who you're attacking, because you get to ignore taunt, because you're going to be having advantage, because you're on a First Order team. So you're going to hit whoever the hell you want, and you can pick somebody that you can do 3 attacks on, after which they will be getting feared for 1 turn, which can't be resisted. That is a basic. First special, Corrupted Reflection. Deal physical damage to all enemies, then attack target enemy again if there is a defeated enemy. First Order allies gain Retaliate and Retribution for 2 turns. Both of these effects. If Supreme Leader Kylo Ren is the ally in the leader slot, he gains 10% ultimate charge. That ain't good. That ain't good. Alright, this is where the rubber meets the road. Malevolent Lineage. Deal true damage to all enemies split among them. If all allies are first... So think about this. As the fight progresses and you start killing things, this is getting split against the remaining enemies. So this is doing an increasing amount of damage the more you progress the fight. Alright. If all allies are First Order and there is any version of Kylo Ren in the allied leader slot, shock all enemies for 1 turn. He is called to assist. Then all non-taunting First Order allies not in the leader slot gain stealth for 1 turn. And what did it say? You're doing shock here. There's something that happened when you do debuffs. That's when a First Order ally is inflicted with a debuff. Am I misremembering that? Yeah, I am misremembering that. That's okay. Glad to get it straight early. Okay, so if Supreme Leader Kylo Ren is the ally in the leader slot, he gains 5 siphon per enemy and 100% defense for 1 turn. So in 5 vs 5, up to 25 siphon. You're getting 40 off a stab, so more than half a stab worth of siphon extra. Alright, while in Grand Arenas, so again, all that was the base effect. While in Grand Arenas, shock can't be dispelled or resisted. And her other unique said it can't be evaded. Foresight. Nothing will save you. This is happening to you. This is happening to you. Okay? You can't be dispelled, can't be resisted, can't be evaded. This is happening to you. Shock can't be dispelled or resisted. Enemies defeated by this ability can't be revived. So she and Slacker now have permakill in this team. Remove 100% turn meter from all characters. This is ramping them. This is making them enormous. They're getting more and more health and protection off this. So let's see. Enemies with bonus protection, protection up, or shield up reduce their max health and protection by 20%, stacking, excluding Galactic Legends and Raid bosses for the rest of the encounter. So you are ramping up. You are getting bulkier, beastlier. They are getting slimmer, thinner, more brittle, more fragile. It's nuts, okay? The kit's just nuts. So, you could say, I was thinking originally a fast offense set would be fine. Oh, you're a Red Bull kind of man? Red Bull in the morning, MJ? Man. You got durable plumbing. Anyway, I was originally thinking fast offense set, but yeah, I think her just doing more stuff, doing more turns. In general, people would say like, oh, Tassa, I can hit like 335 in like a really fast offense set, 335, 340. Is it so worth it being like 350, 360, 370, whatever this character ends up being able to be in a speed set? And the answer is, most of the time, probably not, because it isn't that much speed to amount in that many more turns. If you didn't already know, a full turn meter bar is 1,000 speed accrued, right? So you're talking about what's the difference in practical terms between 335 and 370 when you're filling up a bar of 1,000, right? Okay, fine. But that's before we were talking about 50% speed, right? So that's where I'm at with it. Once Darkside Ray is targetable, the jig is up. If you say so, buddy. If you say so. That's what the task is going to be, right? Health primaries frickin' everywhere. You can come after my 200% health Ray that's wearing 3 health primaries. Step on up now. Oh yeah? Fatal came to that? Really? That's cool. I didn't know that. That's good. We're gonna agree then when we review this kit together. That's cool. You retired, MJ? Man, I'm sorry to hear that. There's been a few recent retirements that have been depressing. Yes, this is going to be the FAQ of the day, for sure. Pain of Demise. Not sure if you spoke on this or not as I just entered, but how should DSV be modded? You know what? You know what's going to be really damn intelligent of me? Is... God damn it. Alright, so first, let's make this legible, of a legible size for you guys. How big is that on the screen? Maybe a little large. Okay, fine. The health is the better way to go. Please do not misunderstand what I'm saying. And then, yeah, something like that. So, I don't know, something like that. Does that seem reasonable, guys? I guess I should make this a little smaller so I can probably fit other FAQs. But yeah, I'll put that one back up every time someone asks. It's fine. I'd say if I retired or break. I'm barely playing at the moment. I'm sorry to hear that, MJ. I know that there's a lot of folks that feel like the game's in a tough spot. I don't know, man. Like, we had a spate of top-end players here at the top of the game quit recently, and a couple of them were protesting the new episode system because I think it increases the cadence of character releases. Are we getting like one more per quarter or something? So they felt like, man, you guys are being really greedy with the cash grab. And I'm sitting here thinking, these guys were whales from the old times when every new marquee coming out was bit on the low end was like 300, but more like 400 just to get the shards, to get to 7 stars day one if you were so inclined. And then gear is a completely different matter. And you got nothing from the event. You got shards. If you want to buy shards, you can buy shards. If you don't want to buy shards, piss off, and start grinding for shards in 90 days. See you then, type of thing. But this event is like a vault, that $30 pack, and like one more 5-pull draw is basically... I'll call it $150. $150 or maybe even a little less with moderate, average luck gets you a 7-star marquee character now. So I can appreciate that the increased cadence feels like it's more money out of pocket, but again, compared to the old times, it still feels all right to me. Doesn't bother me. Don't bother me none. Rip Air, I've been playing for a few years and it seems to be leaning more pay to win than it used to be IMO. I've definitely heard players say that the modern game feels a bit more FOMO. I think that is a really reasonable criticism when you're talking, if you're in the part of the game that engages datacrons and you're having people get the bespoke datacrons that are coming out with the last several sets now. They're huge difference makers, and they're designed to be, right? They want you to shell out for it. So I think specifically that is... I'm generally pretty positive about a lot of the changes they make in this game. They feel very intentional and good game design. But that one really feels like a cash grab, right? Like, not only are the bespoke datacrons pretty just busted, but the worst thing about them is the random allocation of bonus stats. And if you're not familiar, the bonus stats thing is they come with stats on them that are not otherwise available on the set, and they will be in an enhanced quantity. So set 18, that'll be expiring at the end of this next 5 vs 5 season, doesn't have offense on it. But the Balin Cron can, and it'll be often a huge amount. But here's the downside, no guarantees. This is the other crappy thing. So the bespoke is only if you whale for it. B, it can offer stuff on it that you cannot otherwise get from a Datacron set, which feels pretty crappy. And then C, the actual amounts of these bonus stats are completely random. And so you'll have somebody like me where I've got like 56% offense on my Cron, which, hey, that's pretty damn good, right? And it's like, yeah, it is pretty damn good. Also, there's people that rolled, paid the same green money that you did, and theirs is like 200%. Hope that doesn't bother you none. So, legitimate criticism to be had there. I hear you. Damn. I gotta catch up. You guys were busy here in the chat. Yeah, mods are a slot machine, MJ, but like, that's the thing. Like, a slot machine is not the same as these bespoke crons, where it's like, hand us this much cash and you definitely get this cron. How good this cron is, that's between you and God. Like, that's, we'll see how the dice favor you on that, right? Type of thing. Okay, you want you want a chance for 300% offense? Spend $100 for this character for the chance to get it, says Wolfman. Exactly so, sir. Yes. Yes. I'm a keyboard warrior scientist. You're good, MJ. Thought on C. Bane versus Ahsoka in 5 vs 5. I think me and everybody's going to be wanting to try it, right? Like, it feels like a dunk in 3s. I think that the counter tech can probably be pretty dangerous. So you're going to have Fulcrum, Padawan Sabine, Ahsoka, Exile Ezra, and then I'm guessing to have the extra like 55% offense his unique gives, you'd want Huyang in there. So if you had, like I said, I had that high armor penetration Fulcrum Cron, the offense one I guess wouldn't be bad either with Huyang, so it may not be a bad way to go. But that high armor penetration with those physical attackers on it, that's bad business. That's bad news for C. Even if I use one of my high health crons, like I have a set 18 with 55% health on it, and then you get your little bulk level 3 advantage. There's some risk to it, but that's what you'd want to test early in the season, man. Pain of Demise. Ugh, mods. That's the thing holding me back. So hard to knuckle down and focus on mods for me. A lot of folks feel that way, man, and I hope you come around on it, because I love mods, and it's probably one of the only ways, really, to differentiate your account and actually, if you have a point of view about how you like to play the game, about how you like your characters to function, you can farm and mod them accordingly. It's one of the only ways to have agency over how characters go. And it is a casino. I hear you. If you've seen my mod videos, I'm telling you, it's like that. But if you're already playing a game that's running for years, you're playing it every day, you're here anyway. You're already here. The same time's passing by anyway, and you could be picking up good mods, a couple every week, forever. Just stick to the script. I believe in you. They didn't nerf anyone. Yeah, fair enough. Would landing Fracture on Bane from Syndulla screw it up? I think it's only one turn, and my guess is probably not, right? Because they're not immune to cooldown manipulation. So Bane in Grand Arena is going to get his bonus turn off rip. We're going to use third. We're going to increase everybody's cooldowns. That's interesting. You remember in 3 versus 3 when I did the third? And I was saying, Ahsoka has taunt. Now I have to lock Ahsoka. In 5s, I'm actually thinking I might want to use Bane's Middle as the opener so that I could take taunt off of Ahsoka and then immediately link. And I would link who? Fulcrum and Padawan Sabine. And remember, with Exile Ezra there, nobody can be instantly defeated, so it's not about that. We would still transform and zap and do everything as if they could be, but the idea is when we get those two linked, no critical strikes. So as far as making it work in 5 vs 5, yeah, disabling critical strikes from the two powerful attackers is going to be strong. I like it. Painted Demise. I usually look at your profile and the top tier GAC players and see their mods on characters and try to replicate it as best as I can. That's how I did it, man. That's how I came up. It told me it's like, wow, these guys have a lot of this set type on these characters that I do not have. And they have great secondaries that I do not have. This is what I'm doing the next couple months. So, fair. Hey, good morning, Brule. How you doing, man? Darkside Ray has very strong damage multipliers. Did not look too deep, but I think balanced mix of speed, offense, and health is good. Kind of like GL Ray, but with speed. Yeah. This is kind of what I had up on screen here. Like a fast health arrow, and I'm talking fast because you really don't want to trade away speed when you're in a speed set. So like 28 would be the absolute slowest that I would want to see. Really, like 29 plus would be ideal. But like high speed, health, primary arrow, high offense secondary for arrow and cross. Mwah. Wouldn't change a thing. As in a health target and everything else after that into offense. Yeah, I could see that, Brule. For sure. Yeah, middle into third. MJ, exactly. For doing the Bane yeah, Yeah, I don't think I want to try and jam myself up having to lock her. Although later in the fight, locking her so that she doesn't have protection was nice that I observed in 3 vs 3. So, fair enough. Did my music stop? Did I lose my music? Come back to me, music. I did. Get back here. Alright. Alright, we got work to do. Hope you all enjoyed the impromptu kit review. Put that on auto. Yeah, this one really does kind of take care of itself. DS Ray is so hot. Also, DS Ray coming means nothing is off the table. Anyone can come to Swugga. I bet my life on it. I at the point that they were inventing their own characters with the blessing of Disney, Sorty, Drogon. At the point that they were creating their own characters, something like Darkside Ray doesn't surprise me at all. When they announced the kit, though, when they announced that she was that next coming Conquest unit, I was gobsmacked. Like, I'm not, I'm saying like I wasn't surprised, and what I'm saying is I should have expected it. I did not expect it. I was like, oh shit, this is cool. And then I looked at the kit and I was like, oh shit, this is cool. So, yeah. Get your combats in and deploy. Am I not doing it, Sachi? Am I not doing it right here before you? Witness my sincere effort. So the real question is, what the fuck will we use against the slacker Darkside Ray on D? Ray kind of comes to mind. Ray has a couple nice ways of dealing with that. Protection up is not the best in the world for that team to have, so JMK makes me a little nervous. Instant feat can work. But you don't. But remember, like, if you do third with JMK to Cat, your whole team has to go, or one of your guys has to die before anybody on their team can be defeated. Something like that. We need all of our guys to go before you can target Rey, and then I guess you could smite her, because it didn't say anything that would stop it. But you're delayed is the point. And is that going to be a problem? So JMK maybe. Rey stands out. There's a lot of protection up on Ahsoka's teams. I don't know. JMK preventing Slacker's turn meter removal is huge. That's another excellent point, MJ. I wasn't thinking about it. Yeah, you got to get more coffee, Dojo. I hear you. Oh shit! I missed spin. Yeah. So it's kind of nice. Brule says it's kind of nice. Rey has Ben and now Slacker got a Rey. I get why Disney backs that. Yeah, well, I think that, again, credit to CG where it's due. It's solving a design problem. A really old design problem. Slacker has been one of the least reliable GLs on defense. Maybe just above JML. Like, JML in general has been able to get cheesed out by a couple things over the years, but most people have a really well-built Slacker, and if you're a longtime fan of my GAC streams, there was a time when, what was it, JKL Armor in 3 versus 3 was reliably taking down Slacker teams, and it's just, you know, what are you supposed to do with that, you know? Hey, Scribe showing up. Good morning to you, Scribe. How you doing, man? Thanks for making it in. Yeah, we're just chilling, answer people's questions. People are really interested this morning in talking about Dark Rey. As well you should be. She's amazing. This team makes me so happy. Did I show you guys my reworked Night Trooper? I've had him in an offense set for the longest time, but I decided to make the jump to speed. There was a fortuitous change in how I modded some characters, and a few mods got freed up. So here's what we're looking at. Now, there's a cross that it's going to cost like 100 attenuators to re-roll. So I've still got literally 2 last rolls on it. I'm hoping to get another 4 or 5 speed, so I'm trying to end up around 355, but we're at 110,000 health. 351 speed, crit damage triangle, 100% potency, and just under 9950 offense. Now, I had like up over 11k in the offense set, so it's a big step down offense-wise, but the speed went from 334 to 351, hopefully 355. Then we're getting more speed from the, from the unique here in Grand Arena. We get a bunch of speed, from Great Mothers, 30 speed. So zoom. Let's watch a little of the zoom related action. Yeah, damn, son, says Scribe. That's right, man. Good buddy, how are you, says Scribe. Yeah, man, not dead yet. They haven't found me yet, you know? That's what I tell everybody. They have not located me in my secret lair. But yeah, you're pretty hyped to be getting Dark Rey. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. I think we just went over here before you showed up, a review on her kit. And I think, hopefully, if you weren't convinced before, folks, I hope I put you onto it, that she's got to be the best Conquest character we've ever had. Just nuts. Brule says, go hunt Darkside Rey mods already now. Health or offense primary with 5 speed, 5 offense health, secondary. Get those unicorn mods in. Yeah, I guess you could go offense primary as well, but I feel like that 100% health and the fact that she's the gate, right? For, like, once she's down, it goes back to being a mostly sane fight. So my skew, my gut feeling is a skew for health. But I see why you would say offense. That would definitely capitalize on her true damage very well. Okay, dark side done. What do we got here? No star, they say. We got plenty of room to make this work. BKM. Yeah, only Relic 9 characters I've got for this. So, and this one I don't think I can auto. Prefer this. Okay. There's going to be a Dispel from Scout, so I don't want to do the crit damage down just yet. Roll on who? On Veers? I guess it... Yeah, this isn't Grand Arena, so I can't ignore taunts, so nobody freaking asked me. Yeah. Still haven't done Scout's thing yet. We're already at 20 birds. Why do you do this? I mean, fine, it's doing an AoE, so we'll take the money and run. Okay. I see you. Thank you. Stop it. Alright. Crit damage down, yeah? Yeah, take it. How we doing? So what would you like to do? Get rid of these taunts, expose somebody, or get ability block off BCAM? I don't think that matters so much. I'd rather have the Dispel. Who's weakest? We'll go after you for the moment. This is what I like. Yes. You, I like you least. Goodbye. Hello there. Health primaries are stronger than secondaries. Amen to that. That's true. So yeah, ideally these health primary 25 speed. For a speed set, would you settle for a 25 speed arrow? For a speed set though. Because I feel bad about that, man. No. Because that's a sizable hit. That's a sizable hit for a speed set. What say you, Brule? In case you guys weren't already aware, Brule was my last opponent here at the end of 3 versus 3, so well qualified on the subject. No. I'd not go speed set unless speed is really needed. So I'm advocating for speed set because of the 50% speed while debuffed. It's easy to have her debuffed. And nothing takes advantage of 50% speed like speed. Nothing takes advantage of speed up like speed. So if you're not going speed, I'd love to hear, Brule. Are you thinking to go offense set, or what are you doing and why? We'll share that with the crowd. Alright, let's figure this out. DTMG actually becomes a serious problem himself over the course of the fight. Yeah. And I see that Scout is there. Now you're already stealthed. You're gonna do it again. No. I want to wait. Oh, okay. Okay. You decided to basic. Why? We didn't increase your cooldowns. No. We're an ability bomb. Alright, I think you're on time. Yes. 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 No. No. Give me the Grogu Dispel. Give. Zip it. Okay. Who needs to go away? Probably you. You're the single most annoying thing. Bye-bye. And there was the stealth and scout. No. This is what I was telling you about with this guy actually doing serious damage. Okay. Now we have the taunt on this guy again. God, I hate that. He's always taunting. Okay. Dispel him? Heal him, maybe. I'd love to do the ability block basic. It's so strong, but stopping Paz's death would be neat. If doable. Shields up. Ooh. Ooh. Okay.
No.
Brule, you gonna share with us, or are we digging into the secret sauce? What's up? You're not going speed set. What are you gonna do and why? You're not running foul of the count, right? 190. How many millions is this? This is 500. 500. We're well within bounds to do these combats. This one's probably the biggest one, actually, the fleet, right? Yeah, 1 million. What was it? Pounds 6 Doritos Sass. Play it by ear. Think offense and health at first is Decepticons, but I admit the speed and health might just be the way to go, though I'm very speed set poor, so don't be speed set poor, man, even though other sets have definitely become more competitive. How do I want to proceed? You're going to who dispels? Nobody dispels. So what? You want to land this? No, I'd wait until after the mass assist. Stop the taunt if you can. Yeah. Alright, well, you know what? It's important that we try. Brule says, to be honest, not sure, but 2 big AoEs sound like they can just kill JML side, so inclining towards offense. Do you think JML will still counter the team well? I don't think so. I think there's punishment for them gaining turn meter. If they're at full protection, it's a bad time. If they're at full health, I think it's a bad time. If they gain protection up, it's a bad time. Like, there was a whole bunch of stuff when we were just going over that immediately made me think, right, so Jedi teams can just piss off them. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. Ooh, Master Luke 71 has started a pork butt on the smoker at 6. We are eating good tonight, my friend. Happy Saturday. Not as happy as your Saturday, man. Cheers to you. That sounds amazing. How'd you season up that pork butt? What'd you do with that? It's got to be Palps here, right? You want to heal up with 28. This isn't the droid I've looked for, which is basic. That's fine. You can't gain the taunt, so I don't want to do the special right now. Got buff immunity. I can't force taunt. Ooh! Fly into the danger zone. Dun, dun, dun. Basic. Pass turn meter. Nah, you didn't have target lock, so no turn meter. Hi. Okay. How do you want to proceed? Well, I mean, at this point, we could have been going for deleting Anakin. Or, I would have preferred to just kill Anakin, but we're going to stun him. Nuke Anakin. Finish you. Yeah. Finish the Y-Wing and then get after Marauder, because that's a bad boy. Hey, don't you dare. This is devastating. Stop it. How dare you? You can't do that. Shoot him, or something. Well, this really ain't the moment. stop you from getting more buffs? Nope. Just get resisted. Slouchy. I just mod how my warlords tell me to. I respect that. Yeah. I do. Oh, shit. I looked away for a half second. That must have been Five's hit. Five's is no game. Jesus. Yeah, isn't this a... Oh my god. They resist so much. We haven't even... we haven't even done the second ship ability. They just resist everything. These ships are all actually gonna die because Fury's already gone. That's something. That is something. Alright, so if I do this, that means you're gonna gain taunt. I don't need that. I don't need that. Okay, that's fine. Okay, right. First life. Land nothing. Bueno. Wouldn't change a thing. Thank you. Minus 200% CA for less than full health. What do you think this targets? JML's crit hit immunity is more than that. Yeah, I don't know what that targets, Brule. I'm not aware of who's really ramping crit avoidance that's getting like giga nerfed in that way. As a Galactic Legend matchup, anyway. I guess we'll heal up our tank. You gonna let me mind control this damn ship or not? The answer, of course, was for not. Ooh, okay, Dagger's the tank now. Good stuff. There's a joke in there. Ah! Please, please, for all that is holy, let me land a debuff. It has been, I don't know, 25 turns, and I can't use this second ship special. I really don't want Retribution. No debuffs for me at all, Scribe. You guys can just watch me lose this entire fleet ship by ship now. Yes, thank you for that. I'm actually okay with having put the shield up. If you prick, if you do this to me. Okay, it says ads. It says pre-roll ads are disabled for 30 minutes, but I don't... This is what I'm trying to see, is when I'm looking at the Twitch interface, it doesn't tell me that an ad is running, but it does tell me that pre-roll ads are disabled for a period of time, suggesting to me that you guys are seeing an ad. You... I don't like you either. No ads for you, Scribe? Right on. I don't know. I just work here. Finish this. This is criminal. This should not be permitted. Meets expectations. All right. Before the end of the game, we were able to. I don't even saw that we landed the debuff, so I'm just assuming at this point that the game chose to take pity on a poor soul. Maybe not. Finish this thing, please. Okay. Thank you. Nailed it. Perfect fleet run. That's right. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, Scribe. We'll put it on auto now. Give it up to God. And that'll I don't know if I'll be able to do any more combats. Good question on Discord. If one doesn't have Sith Eternal, is there a point to investing in armor? And I'd say at least for also use with Slacker, yes. Okay, so we do have some minions, so we can do this. DTMG. Oh, I love this fight. This is just a stomp. I'm pretty sure I put this one just on auto. What is it? Scout Death? Yeah. Isn't that only for a few niche counters? That's what ARM is for in general. Are you excited for Batcher or whatever on them? Batcher looks really strong. You remember when the Gungans were being released? It's really difficult to sit here and say, It's really difficult to sit here and say that I'm super hyped for the team when I don't really know what the team looks like yet. But from what I do see, I like it. I like it. I like from the two characters I'm looking at. It's another top tier team. It feels thematically very Bad Batch. It feels like it's going to be an offensive squad because there's so many different decisions in how you can choose to play the fight just off the couple characters we know. So in general, yeah, but you know, final judgment reserved pending kind of thing. Yeah, Scribe says niche until you're walled by a GLA. That's true, man. You're climbing the walls for anything that's going to make it work at that point. Have we not been there? Okay, so you're going to get this dispelled off you the second I land it, right? Yeah. That's what I thought was going to happen. All right, but we want to put that on you now. Good taunt. Go ahead and crack the stagger. Right. Yeah, you got to be careful with this Maul fight. I just remembered. Seeing the new batch makes me miss tech so much more. Yeah, man. True enough. Excited for Crosshair, though. Long overdue. I'm coming to get you. Don't you dare. Kill? Yes. Bye-bye. Just basic now. Buy a little time? Maybe not that much time. That's fine. Okay. Good stuff. Something's telling me that it's probably better to kill Paz first, but we'll see. Nice. We'll keep the dispel. Trigger stagger. Trigger stagger. Increase cooldowns. Got no buffs. Okay. Dispel. You son of a bitch. Okay. No massive damage anymore. Boo. Nice. Alright. I'll put it on auto once Posvizzle is done. But that guy needs to be carefully controlled. No joke. I've definitely lost my ass on this guy.
No.
Give him the juice. Give him the juice, boys. Come on. Let's go. Sure. Doink.
No.
Alright. Rule says, a long while ago, I ran armor with Ray on defense. Funny sleeper team that got me a lot of holds. Yeah, I remember those days. That was a long while ago. It was like armor and Hoda, right? And if you RNG'd such that... because she would always use... Let's think about this. I'm pretty sure she would always use her third ability first, right? So she'd get herself the 3 stacks and then... Your guess. If they, how are we doing? Okay, I can still do this last one. Jeez, we're getting close though. Oh, this one's so easy. This one's a full auto. This is just pure unadulterated fun. This one's just goofs. Don't you dare. Step it. Step it. Right then. Give him the breps. Don't you dare. But yeah, if you got that Hoda buff and the 3 stack of armor, Beskar armor onto Ray, best of luck. Best of luck on a one-shot. I wish you all the very best. Yeah, Team Max, this is a hell of a fight. It's a fun one. Okay, we're not in violation over there. What do we got over here? Oops. Yeah, I don't have that. I need to eventually get the Relic 9 on Young Han. One day. C, that's one of my least favorites. Do I have enough Relic 9 of these? Yes, it's because I did Boba recently. Alright. Ooh, yeah, it's okay if I do it on auto with all Hut Cartel. Should be fun. Yeah, Brule, I've been enjoying that offense modded Bouch I was talking to you about. I've been enjoying that here in TB. Oh, the hits are huge. It's devastating. Did you just choose to eat the box? It ate the box and the box was destroyed. He just killed the box. I don't think I've ever seen that. Yeah, that's amusing, MJ. That one's going well. Yeah, hit me with your questions, guys. You're taking it easy on me the last few minutes. And in fact here, after this battle, while you guys are typing in all your burning questions, I'm going to run, get more coffee. We'll take a quick couple-minute break. Yeah? Just as soon as this fight's done. He said 0.8 seconds before the fight was over. Nice. All right, we'll be right back. See you guys in a moment. Going to check on my little one, too. All right. Shields up, weapons online. Yeah, you like her tanky and hard-hitting, Brule. I respect that. Bausch is a tough customer. We'll do the C fight. I tend to like this one least. How do I usually do it? Malvis Malik. People that don't take dot damage are nice. Another tank. Sometimes, yeah. Not you. Okay. I don't think that matters, really.
Thank you for the biddies.
Hey! Thank you for the biddies, Bane. Appreciate you, man. Good morning to you. Biddies on a non-GAC stream. Too kind. But good day to you, man. What's up? Been having a pretty good discussion here, man. Didn't see any questions in the chat, guys. Getting soft. Getting soft on me. Just chilling. I hear you, Bane. I hear you. I like to use C's Mass Assist to have him have everybody hit the box so that on their own turns they pretty much never have to hit the box. What are we discussing? Oh, we talked about a bunch of stuff. Mod sets for Dark Ray. When you want crit damage versus offense. Talking about triangle. Whole bunch of stuff today, man. We've been going for a while. Gosh, I feel like... When did I start this? 8:30? Something like that? When did I kick this off? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, damn. Almost an hour and a half now. Time flies when you're having fun. Just doing Datacron rerolls and relicking bounty hunters. I respect that. Ziltoid, favorite Saturday morning cartoon from your youth. Wow. Stiff competition there, man. You're having gods fight gods in my brain here. I'm thinking. This is like Windows processing symbol face. Saturday morning. Specifically Saturday morning. There's a lot of good ones, man, but I feel like specifically in the Saturday morning lineup for me, again, we're talking when I was fairly young, because Saturday morning cartoons was a long time ago. Probably just Looney Tunes, man. Because, I mean, yeah, Recess was an okay show, but, like, the way that the Looney Tunes absurdity would make you laugh as a kid, as a little kid... Recess didn't have anything on that. Now, Saturday morning featured things like Reboot, which was a really cool show, way ahead of its time. Again, if you're thinking about, I don't know, how would a child rate it best? What's entertaining me most? What is entertainment to a child? What's keeping them engaged? What's keeping them laughing, right? Probably Looney Tunes, man. Loved a lot of cartoons, though. I mean, let's see. Other ones that are... So I was a baby at the time. This was too young for me to enjoy in childhood. I saw this later, but the original Thundercats, man, I love the villains. I love the dialogue. Mum-Ra is like top 10 villains for me in all of villainry. Just got the aura. What's the top line on Raymod, says Bane? Yeah, man, you know what? I'm glad you asked, because you're giving me value for this FAQ notepad file that I typed up. Brule respectfully disagrees. I think he didn't say specifically, but I'm guessing if he doesn't want to go speed, he's going for offense. So he's going offense sets, and I can see that. There's true damage in this team. AoE true damage. Offense is a fine way to do it. Thundercats, He-Man, and Mask were awesome. Really don't know much about Mask. Saw a bit of He-Man. What I remember, I like, and I've seen, all of Thundercats. Did you guys see that new Thundercats? It's not new, but like it's, I don't know, more than 10 years old now. They only made, I want to say, a season of it or something like that. It felt like it was too short because it was very well done. But it was much more modern take on everything, and it was really good. It was really good. Like, it was a lot less campy corny. Like, if you wanted to bring Thundercats into something that didn't roll your eyes in the modern era, that would be the way to do it. That was a great show. Phil says, if one does not have Galactic Legend Ahsoka Tano, and won't for a long time, where would be the best place to use Ezra Exile in 5s? With Rey like in 3s, or on a JML Jedi split to maintain a strong JML team, and also reliable Malgus counter just in case? Always with the option to consolidate for a Super JML squad. I mean... it's a fair response from Brule. I guess in context of the current Datacron set, Brule's suggestion there with Rey, Exile Ezra, Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum, and her Datacron is probably the most effective usage of her right now. But and in general, I think JML's kind of a poor defensive choice. There's only been a couple times where it was cool, and even then, it's only cool when you can make your opponent not expect it, right? Which they generally shouldn't. But I take your point that a JML on defense with Exile Ezra is a very different threat, because ain't nobody getting deleted by Sith Eternal. So, I hear you. But yeah, as far as Grand Arena goes, everything's always got to be in context with Datacrons. So, Rey feels super duper powerful. And I did set up a Datacron here over the break. No, I had it for week 3. Remember, I showed it to you guys. I had it on my Queen Amidala team. 55% offense, and then it's the crit avoidance level 6. So, yeah, I mean, if I'm using Balin Crom with Balin in 5s, then, yeah, that set 19 Crom with super high offense, that's going to be the ticket. and that's concentrated. That's bad business. Might have been a UK thing. Mask. I hear you. Decepticons. Yeah. Ahsoka without exile is very subpar. I think in 5 vs 5 you're quite correct about that. On defense, anyway. But that just means you just use her as a cudgel on offense. It depends on how you want to go. If you want to go wide and for some reason you want, a Rey team and a decent Ahsoka team on defense, strong Ahsoka team on defense, you can. I don't think long term that the meta is going to have Ahsoka on defense, though. I could see Exile Ezra with Rey in 5 vs 5 full time, and then you're just overpowering with Ahsoka, in much the same way that we've been using JMK the last season. We've been using JML for literally years, right? Sometimes it's like that, but if you're able to make the super power defense team as like one of your default teams, and Exile Ezra feels like a good fit there in 5s, that might be the way. Alright, where are we at? My idea was Rey on defense or JML on offense, but different answers because of DCs is welcome. Well, I'd love to tell you more. Well, first of all, where's my music? Bring it back up. Bring me back. Bring me back to my saxophone stuff. My man. So, yeah. Probably the most dangerous Rey team is still using Balencron, because you also get the health in addition to the offense. Then again, unless you had really high health on there, the set 19 bulk level 3 is that's probably the best way to go, actually. Have your Balencron with Balen in 5s. Feels right. Unless you got really... I only have 56% offense on my Balencron, and I have 55 point something on that set 19 cron, so it's a wash for me. If you've got Giga offense, you might have yourself a case, But yeah, hope that helps me. You could stick Balen Datacron with Slacker Darkside Rey. Are we having her for week 1? We unlock her what, on Monday, and then lock closes Tuesday. Yeah. So we are going to have her. I'm so excited. I hope I'm not going to have to pickpocket too many characters for that. Well, has a drain coming soon? Yes, no? You think for week 2? Oh, week 2? I'll take your word on it. Take your word on it. 8 days yet? Oh, right, it's... I'm almost already done with Conquest. This has been such an easy set of Conquest, guys. I'm not generally a huge fan of Conquest. If they were all like this, I would change my tune permanently, because this is nothing. Okay. It's very rare to have all my characters at this point, but yeah. That's good, though. That gives me more time to panic farm. Speed and health mods. Like a madman. Nah, save this spell. Leave Brittany alone. Fair. See, Malgus is a nasty team up. Sure is. Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, both Malgus and Malik not having to worry about dots. Pretty rigged. Pretty rigged. Is that this fun? That's fine. I wanted to hit you anyway. That'll show me, huh? Does this work? Yeah, it did. It did. It just, they resisted. What else you guys got for me? More questions. It's a good conversation. We're all in on it. It's not just me talking. Oh, see, Malgus is a nasty team up defensively. You're talking in you're thinking about doing this here in the next fives, MJ? I could see it. Make sure that you're using like a bulk level 3 though, because there's no revival for anybody. For your dudes. But I could see it. Yeah, you. Deuces. Great show, crazy sandwich. There's a show on TikTok called Roll for a Sandwich. He basically rolls the dice for each piece of the sandwich D&D style. Okay, that's fun. I can see that. Yeah, Gungan's auto. Yes. What you doing, sweetness? What you doing? Oh, you want some milk? Alright, guys. They said I could put it on auto, so I'm going to put it on auto and go fetch my girl some milk. We'll be right back. Alright. Are they dead yet? Not yet. Okay. I've seen some shit, yeah, on that random sandwich generator. Cotton candy on one sandwich. No. No. An all pickled out sandwich. I actually might like most of that. I do love pickles. I like pickled lots of stuff. My dad's side of the family's Serbian heritage. A lot of pickled foods on that side. Good food. Beets, eggs, bunch of stuff. Ain't nothing like grandma's soups, though. Oh, queen of soups. R.I.P. Grandma. It's a great track. All too easy. I love the Gungans, man. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Because that dumb part in the beginning. Fair. Alright, that one's done with. Where are we at? Fleet time. Do I have to do this with the stupid ship? Nope. Sure don't. Nope. Let's see here. Ooh, wouldn't that be great if we could? So how do you want to play it then? You can target there. That's going to get shaken off. So what do you want to do? I don't want to hit the guy with tenacity up right now is what I don't want to do. So let's do it like that. Yeah, so I told you that this was going to happen. You have to let this tablet charge if you don't want it to die. No, I'll fix this later. Let's see. I warned you about this. I told you this would happen, but you did not listen to your father. And now see what has become of you. Your tablet is dead, and it was only on 9% to begin with. Any secret defense teams you're going to set in 5 vs. 5? If they were secret, you think I'm telling you before the start of week 1? Also, generally, no, not for me. Not for week 1, because I know that people are going to look at my week 1 history, and I want to apply my lessons from week 1. And the idea is... Hold on just a second. Yeah, we want the mark. The idea is that I don't give anything away by playing most of week 1 like I did at the end of the last 5 vs. 5 season. If I know there's anything that's really good, you'll see it. I'll use it in week 1. But I don't try and do anything crazy in week 1 because then I have huge advantage. I can scout my opponent, I can see what they really did, and I can actually pivot to more to what I want to do in week 2. That's kind of the way I like to play that, in general. Yeah, Datacron meta, depending. Just basic. I would have been pissed if that ship got healed. So. Yeah, I mean, not ideal to pound the tank, but at least we'll have all the debuffs. Yeah. It'll do. Oh yeah, this is a good one. Oops. Put too far. Here we go. Evil genius. I mean, I'm usually talking about on the show, like, that's how I, plotting and scheming, how that's, like, how I prefer to play week 1, but, yeah. It usually serves me well, because I'm so into scouting, right? So that's where I find my advantage. Week 2, I've got some advantage. Week 3 is, for a player like me, I'm at my strongest, when I've got the most data on what you've really been up to. and I'll look at your corner cases, and I'll study what you're about. My opponents know that. The folks that are in this stream, like Brule, folks that have fought me in the past, they can tell you. They know that I watch what you do. I see you. So that's why, particularly in week 1, I'm trying not to have my ass handed to me. I'm not trying to put myself on a back foot trying anything too risky. Anyway, Master Luke says, on the Lord Vader versus Jabba counter in TW, it's usually the only wall we lose 100+ banners on. As an officer, what do you think I could do to lower those drops? High potency cron, so the buff immunity lands. So, first, technically I am a TW officer, and that's because I've in past guilds and upon request have been happy to lead our guild for fleet battles and stuff like that. That said, I'm not usually the guy coming up with counters. I'm not usually the guy laying out boards. And when I say not usually, I mean like never. So I don't want you to have an oversold notion in your head of what I'm doing in TW. That's why I usually just talk about Grand Arena. But that said, yes, potency is very important on Lord Vader so that you can land the buff immunity. Otherwise, you're having to cycle multiple turns on Chrysanthemum, and you probably don't have that kind of time. Especially with set 18 alive, because that team is... That max health damage level 3 light side on Bausch. Bad business, man. It's a bad time. You don't want nothing to do with it. You need to put that fight down fast. So, right call. Potency on the Kron would be ideal because you sacrifice a lot stat budget wise to stack potency on a character like Lord Vader. So it would be best achieved through Krons. It should be some really high potency. Set 8, what is it? Did set 18 have potency? Yeah, I think it does. So you still get a month out of that. You still get a month out of set 18. A couple more TWs. Good luck to you, though. Alright, done with this sector? Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I can't do that because of the Young Han thing. Alright, this one, no job. This one, no star. We are a month of Sundays away, though. I can do it. Let's do Profundity first. Oops. That's right, I already did Executor. I'm used to not using Ghost here, because Ghost gets pulled into that neutral zone a lot. But I don't have to worry, because I've already done that fight. Alright, I'm going to dash and secretly put this tablet on a charger. Be right back. Okay. Shh. Nobody tell her. Alright, what are we doing with you? Like basic here. But hopefully that answered your question. Yep, no assist from Han. Meets expectations. You having 8 stacks of the shit is not good. So. We don't need to be around anymore. Nothing, not on, man. I get nothing. What else you guys got? Burning questions in your heart. There we go. What is that playlist? I'll link it to you, man. It's just a royalty-free playlist that I really like. Didn't know I need it before, but now I enjoy it. Yeah, well, this is for the current track that's playing right now, but I think it'll show you the whole playlist. Yeah. It's great music. Are you dropping a plotting and scheming episode on Darkside Ray? Yes, that is the intention, man. Next week. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's going to be a good time. Yeah, you're welcome, bro. No worries. I sorted through a lot of playlists to find that one, so I'm glad you appreciate that, because there's a lot of free playlists that are just, they don't have the gift. They don't have the gift. We'll just say it like that. What is this one? Easiest. 1, 2, 3. I can do these 3. Okay. Sure, we'll do Spectre for 1. Just throw it on auto. Yeah. I like this team. You know, when I can already imagine right now. God damn. Why are you doing this to me? Stop it. You can't do that. Man, they just laid them out. Where was your taunt, Ezra? Shameful. Shameful. But yeah, I imagine when we do that episode, I think Fatal is probably going to say he's going to end up putting, like, defense mods on her or something. That's my guess. Sounds like a very Fatal thing to do. Oh my god. Please stop killing my Galactic Legend. You've got your 50 stacks, at least you're gonna do stuff. Right? Right? I feel like on principle I shouldn't take it off auto. Hey, you can't do that! Save him. Whew! She is kicking the shit out of him. Okay. All's well that ends well. Damn. That counter chance is just fantastic. Wow! Wow, does she do a lot more damage than I give her credit for. This is TV. Well, let's see. There is an Omicron active. That's true. I forgot. I think I have Hu Yang, so there is something, a little something extra under the hood there. Fair. Let's see. We'll do this one as Ray Swallow. Yep. Get him. I believe in you. Go Gadget DI. Oh, you're in trouble now. You better dispel that taunt off L3. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You guys getting turn meter with an inspired raid? Can't be doing that, I'm afraid. Totally. Should put the book on L3 for the damage reduction. Interesting. Oh, you know, I missed some follows here. Man, that's my bad. Corncob Man followed me 7 minutes ago. Sorry about that. Sorry to miss you. Blaze Games followed me 9 minutes ago. Thank you. Cizetti followed me an hour ago. Thank you. And yeah, that caught us up. Thanks. Yeah, sorry I missed you guys. I don't know. I didn't hear a ping for the follow. Yeah, Brule, my favorite track on that list is the Fashion Saxophone. That has just like the best energy to it. Brutal damage. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I think that since, you know, it's our preseason episode of Plotting and Scheming this week, so I'd like to do Batcher's kit, but I don't want to do 2 kits and then do the show. That's going to take up too much of the guy's time. So I think, you know, the priority would be to cover Dark Ray, and then, you know, before the week 1 video, we'll make the video on Batcher. I think that sounds about right. How we doing? No star? Okay, yeah, we're still a long ways away. And then Leia. Interesting. Any special guests? You know, we haven't done a special guest in a while. Who do you want to see? Who do you want to see as a special guest? I've covered a lot of the great Grand Arena players. A lot of the ones that I'd like to otherwise talk to are in time zones where it's difficult. Like, we're usually recording the show about 5 p.m. Eastern, as far as time of day. Which means, you know, if I had a guest, let's say, that was European, they're usually not less than 6 hours ahead of me, right? So we're talking about starting for them 11 p.m. And we're typically recording Plotting and Scheming on Monday or Tuesday nights. So that's a tall ask. And then this in between, you know, this preseason episode is usually about 2 hours long. I don't like asking that of a guest on a, you know, Monday or Tuesday night starting 11 p.m. for them. It's a tall order, man. Feels rude. But who do you want to see? Solo Base, Vexatron, or Calvin? I don't think I've had solo base. I don't know Urs. I should find a way to reach out to Urs, but I don't know Urs at all. I've seen just a couple of streams. I know he was one of the OG content creators, retired for a bit, and has now come back and has been back for a little bit. So, delighted to have more content creators for the game. But yeah, I don't know him very well. It'd be interesting. I like to know a little about my guests before I bring them on. But solo base would be great. I don't know Vexatron. Calvin Awesome would be great. I know that Dagger would like that idea. Okay. I'll think about that. What day is today? Today's Saturday? Alright, while we're letting this run on auto, let me do some networking. I'm DMing people right now as we speak. They said it couldn't be done, that it wouldn't be done. 2/3 dark and 1/3 mixed. Okay. I don't know. Call it 3.5. Something like that. Something like that. Feels roughly right. All right, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see, man. Putting out feelers. We'll see. We'll see if I get a guest. To be determined. All right. 2/3 dark. And we're out of here. All right. Raid's done. Conquest time. We're nearly done with Conquest. Here's where we stand. Nearly there. Like I said, this is a breeze. And I take the $10 pass. So I'm not really busting home. What do I still need to do out here? Oh yeah, Imperial Remnant. This is a gag. Just leave that on auto. Phil, trying to decide my next TW Omicron. I'm currently split between Pottle, Mace, or Master Qui-Gon. Look, if you've already got your Master Qui-Gon, Padawan Obi-Wan, Relic 9, so that you can capitalize the most on that Duel of the Fates battle, that TW Omicron is nice. Nice, dude. Nice. As far as like Mace is almost always getting used, so would not be a bad choice by any means. Poggle, that's up to you to parse out, like, you know, in your guild, how often are you actually using Geos? My guild very seldom does, but I'm not trying to say that, you know, my guild's like a typical guild with what teams they're using, so fair. Ads. Okay, I got you, man. Don't you worry. I wish something would tell me when there's an ad running, and then I would know. Tell me when the ad's over, Phil, and I'll repeat it to you. We'll take care of you. Yeah. Good man. Good man, Phil. Okay. Yeah, I'll usually do 2 or 3 of these. And then we... Getting full stars on that Gungans mission is such a pain, man. Alright, Phil. So yeah, I was saying the Master Qui-Gon one immediately jumped out to me as probably the best one, especially if you've got both your Master Qui-Gon, Padawan Obi-Wan at Relic 9 already. You've got your Queen Amidala team. It's a great value. Mace is almost always getting used, so not a poor choice by any means. And then only you know how much value you'll get out of Poggle. It really depends on how often your guild is using Geos. And I guess that applies for all of these. I wouldn't be an outlier, man. Try and coordinate with your guild leadership to find out what their priorities are and invest accordingly. Because why do you want to be the one guy that bothers putting the TW Omicron on Master Qui-Gon? And nobody else is doing that. Nobody, you know, it's not even a priority for your guild right now. You know, their priority is something else. Your guild, you know, if you have savvy leadership, they'll find a way to use it if you do spend it, but in general, the best gains for a guild is when a whole guild goes at something together, because then the War Master has a complete set of 50 of that tool, you know, to use in the war. And then they tell you how to set it up and all the good stuff. I would talk to your leadership about that. That's the way I do it. That's the first thing I did whenever I joined any one of these competitive TW guilds, is find out their priority. Because, of course, I'd have my own priority. But, if you know me, I'm all about the actual games. And if I'm having to spend TW Omicrons instead of GAC, I'll be damned if I'm spending more Sanas. You know what I'm saying? Sana Omicron? Man, what a waste. What a waste. You guys aren't going to time out, right? You are going to kill them, right? You're supposed to kill them. They're supposed to be dead. Damn it. I can't help but notice that you have not killed the tank yet. Yeah, thank you. So, hope that helps, Phil. What else y'all got? By the way, I know Dagger's got some stuff going here in the early part of the afternoon, but he might be around later today, and we might play zombies on stream. So, again, if you're not on my Discord, A, you should be, and B, if you are not... There's the link to my Discord. If you are a Black Ops 6 Zombies player, and you're not having the Call of Duty role on my server, you should, so that you can get the call. Because we're doing zombies a lot. It's fun. They're just about to add a new map, too. Okay, Phil says, yeah, they're not Relic 9 yet, so Master Qui-Gon, Padawan, Obi-Wan. I need to push for Leviathan, ASAP, but that trio are all Relic 5 already, and will be pushed up after Levy. My guild is generally very lax about TW. They don't require anything, but encourage Ohmies and other investment if we are willing. But I'm running a short list of GAC Ohmies that I want, so I figure I can drop a couple TW to be a stronger team player. If your guild doesn't require anything, I understand, but if you're of the mind that you're willing to commit this for the good of the guild, then any guild that's worth a player like you, that's willing to make that type of commitment to the guild, should be able to furnish you with a list of, hey, none of this is required of you, but since you're asking, here's the list of, what we'd like, what our priorities are, kind of long term. Nothing that we're forcing on anybody, but gosh, if somebody were to ask, this would be our nice to haves. If your leadership can't give you that, I wouldn't spend the Ohmies, man. I really wouldn't I wouldn't be an outlier. Like, you being a better team player makes it feel like you're really making a big difference. It's really a drop in the bucket if you're the only one making that kind of investment. It's not that everybody would even necessarily have to spend on Master Qui-Gon. If you wanted to spend on that and they wanted to spend on a different TW team, it's a divided effort. It is weaker than if everybody's going for the same thing, but at least you could say that in their own way, everybody's trying to contribute to you guys having better TW teams. If people aren't even doing that, I wouldn't bother. And if you have ambition, find yourself a more competitive guild if you're really of the mind. If you're wanting those team-oriented results, you're that type of player, you got to find a guild that's aligned to that, man. All right, that's enough on that. Soapbox, done. Where are we at? 3 more? I'm not doing any more of that fight. No. What do we got here? How are we doing on these? Got like a billion Shin Hati things. Okay, Shin, and then what was that? That was Night and Enoch, or yeah, Night and Enoch. Okay, that's fine. More questions? Give me up, chat. Why won't you let me take a turn? Aha, you fool. Sector 4 geos have been loaded with 500 billion% turn meter. You fool. This is insane. Thank you. Welcome back immediately. It's good. It's good to have you. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, that is good. That is good. Ooh, gruesome. No. Yeah, I don't want to do that in 2 places. Maybe work on that on the other day. Leaderless. Accuracy down. Who is the accuracy down I'm supposed to use? I think that's Inquisitorius. And then BTP. Yeah, AoE accuracy down. There it is. All right. Just chill. I don't want to kill anybody before, I mean, I guess I can kill New, so I'll come back. But otherwise... Ooh, careful, don't kill him. Yeah, there. I want my 5 accuracy downs, you know? Let's have it. Sheepdog, I just signed up for your Patreon to get that sweet, that sweat exclusive content. I wonder if you meant that, sweat or sweet. But dude, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'll plug. You know, I wasn't planning on it, but I will plug for my Patreon at the end. Wow. Hey, man, really appreciate that. Thanks, man. We'll be sure to shout you out. Welcome to the Tass House, my man. Check everything out in those other channels. Sheep, are you on my Discord? Let's see. That must be you right there. Make sure that your Patreon... Make sure that you're connected to Discord through, with Patreon. Because the bot should auto-assign you Patreon access, so I don't think you have it yet. But it should take care of it for you immediately, once you've got that squared away. If it's not done before I'm done with the stream, I'll take a look at it first thing after. Signed up. Both. Both. Okay, took me a minute to remember what I meant by that. Okay, yeah, alright, we have to do this a bunch more. Alright, hopefully that gets you sorted. Rolls. Okay, yeah, I see you auto-checked. You checked on the rolls you wanted. So once you have that associated, it'll check you off. Pretty confident in that. Accuracy down is CAD under Slug lead with some other Puck Cartel. You got to make sure that CAD assists with the basic of the Slug. I hear you. How many... I'm sure you're getting a lot more than 5 because I'm only getting 5 with this accuracy down strategy that I'm using here. But I also, if you need to get your dark side Ufu feat done, this works great for that. Where are we at? Stun? That might kill though, because she's got offensive and crit damage up and all that. We don't need that right now. What we do need is accuracy down. Get burned. And get wrapped. Yeah, that's a good call though, Corn Cob Man. Took me 2 or 3 runs, can't remember. Yeah, I mean, that's a better rate than mine. Tell you what, I mean, not opposed. We can try it either way. So we'll do HUD, do it with CAD. Say like so, something like that. So, gotta make sure that CAD assists with the basic of the slug. I don't know if he's gonna be the slimmest of the bunch. How's that gonna work? We'll find out. It looks like it works. That is in fact an accuracy down. Okay. We're cooking, man. We're cooking. Appreciate you. Dig that. Is that a turn meter swap? No, it's a bonus turn, so it's really low value to give that way. Yeah, that's actually smart though, isn't it? It is. It is. Okay. You'll be fine. Nice, he is weak enough that he's just getting called, so I'm into it. My gut says I don't want him to do stuff. I would have preferred to basic, but, you know, whatever. Keep up taunt. Nice. Cha-chonk. Cha-chonk. Yeah, boy, that offense modding. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Dig it. Yeah, this was solid call, man. This is a whole bunch more than 5. Appreciate you. That might be it right there. Rock solid. Leader list. Yeah, I'm usually doing Empire. With Peridia surviving. I mean, I guess it wouldn't matter, would it? We could do first order with Peridia. Right? Don't need both of these. No, you don't. So take this, and then take Peridia. Should have mentioned not to use Bausch. You were killing them too fast with her. It all worked out, my man. Nothing to worry about. It's all good. Hello there. This man get set up yet? Yep, it looks like it auto-assigned you, man. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's see here. Right. Finish this one. We'll start the next one, and I'm gonna run to the men's room real quick. The coffee runneth through me. Yeah, you're all set up. Awesome, Sheepdog. Nah, thank you, man. Thanks for your support. You know, never expected. Delightful. Always appreciated. Thank you, man. Thanks to all my patrons. Makes a difference, man. Like I told you guys, you know, is saving up from you guys' kindness and support made me able to get this stretched out, incredible gaming rig. I had a budget, and you allowed me to extend that budget significantly. And this thing kicks ass. This monitor kicks ass. This 32-inch OLED, man, the colors are glorious on this thing, man. So, thank you. Thank you to everybody. All right, we'll get this one started. And I will be right back. All right. Sorry. Daddy's precious sweetness needed something, and that extended my delay. Okay, yeah. Let's say another 2 of those, and we're good on that one for now. All right. Take that. Oh, hey. Got a couple new people on the Discord. I see you, Suzetti. Nice. Welcome. I just missed something. Where is that? Hats off from Array Skirata. That took a second. Oh, Huts Hangout rated me with a party of 14 viewers. My bad, man. Sorry I didn't see that. Thank you so much for the raid. How's it going? What'd you just wrap up? But yes. What's up, Aussie Mike, Array, Bones? What's poppin'? What's going on, guys? Yeah, it's been a chill stream over here. We've been going since 8:30. So, lots of questions. All right, you guys just talk shit for 3 hours. We've basically been doing the same. I'm currently, apparently, getting wrecked. So, just trying to knock out two birds with one stone. Instead, I'm just getting knocked out. Good stuff. Only topic was Batcher. Okay. Oh, Huts Hangout is your second podcast, Bones. Okay, I got you. International Three Scoundrels is basically the theme. Dig it. Great job on Gungies last night. Yeah. Appreciate that, man. You liked my video, or how high was I rated? I know Zareth won the category that I was a contender in, and congrats to him, well earned. But I didn't actually hear how high it was. Video and I won? What did I win? I thought I didn't win anything. No, I don't think I won, man. I don't think I did. Yeah, no. No, yeah, my little video I put in there, yeah, it was fun. Nothing too crazy. But yeah. Yeah, I don't think I won anything, but nevertheless, it was fun to be involved for sure. Appreciate it. Shout out to Agnards for inviting me. Let me give a shout out to the Huts Hangout. If you're already a fan of Three Scoundrels in the Cantina, and apparently you want to see it with an international bent, where they may discuss character kits and or ice cream, give them a follow. Alright, I think I pushed my luck with that one enough. What about Lord Vader instead? Yeah. Not Lord Vader lead. That's too fancy. It's got to be something more bootleg. Add more bootleg. Yeah, there we go. Hey, that's all right, Bones. Wanted me to win. All right, you got to take off. Appreciate it. Appreciate everything you do. Thanks, man. Yeah, appreciate you likewise. No worries, man. Take care. The great ice cream debate of 2025. All right, we don't have to relitigate it, but tell me who came out on top. Respectable amount of potency, but apparently nowhere near enough. You were just gonna dispel everybody. Fall over from dots? Nope, don't fall over from dots. Meets expectations. So far, so good, lads. Stick there. Aussie ice cream wins. I am not qualified to judge. I don't know that I can't even conceive of what that's like. Like, how do you even get the ice cream? Like, you have a ice cream churner, but how do you survive bringing the ingredients to the churner? How does you and the ice cream survive getting it out of the churner into a container when you have any number of snakes, spiders, drop bears? What is it? I think you guys tell me about the magpies, vicious magpies, emus, 6'4" steroid kangaroos. How does one actually get anything done? How does economy actually happen there? Because I'm picturing a constant survival situation, perpetual survival situation. By the way, in my mind, my headcanon is your routine everyday dress is Crocodile Dundee. And I'm sorry if you think that's an offensive stereotype. Blame Paul Hogan. That was a movie in my young life, and a formative experience was had. I offer no apologies. Dingoes, right? Yes, dingoes. Yes, there you go. See, you zated Captain Rex, says Dinosaur Gaming. Excellent choice. That's a great character. Hopefully, you've got a Mon Mothma team or a Saw team to make great use of him. If you're working on Galactic Legend Leia, I guess he can go in there too. Australia is the Thunderdome, Wolfman. No lies. No lies. Not mad at that. You assume many Fosters. I think the Aussies take that offensively. They don't like Fosters. You know, if you're American and you want to be, would you want to be represented by Bud Light? Now, don't get me wrong. If I'm at a party, it's not my dollar, and if somebody hands me a beer and that beer is a Bud Light, I'm drinking it. It's fine. Not too proud to drink a Bud Light. But if you're asking me what I want to be represented by, if I said, you know, oh, American beer, what's American beer? What's the quintessence of American beer? I'd be very sad if you thought of Budweiser. Be very sad. White Pointers. Oh, 2 a.m. for you? Hey, take care, Mike. Have a good night, man. White Pointers is, I'm assuming that's the desirable brand of beer over there. Take your word on it. Oh, these are some fast guys. Being leaderless is bold. Ooh, and he rolled. And he rolled. Hey, what you got? Yeah, alright. Yeah. Good deal? Nice. Nice. Alright, I think we'll run for about another 20 minutes. Call it a good 3-hour stream, right? But, so here, last 20 minutes, hit me up. All your questions. All the burning questions in your heart. After that, I'll be hanging out in patron chat on Discord after that. Play some other games, do something. Continue the chill. But yeah, what's on your mind? GAC wise, mod wise, account wise. Speak your mind. Where did my music go? Did my music stop? Come back. Alright, where are we? 9 out of 10. We can wait. Yeah, these both can wait to be finished tomorrow. How's this coming along? Potency up. Who am I doing high potency up with? Who's giving potency up to everybody? I don't know. So there's Ufu, Great Mothers, Armor Shred. Armor Shred's pretty easy. What's this one? What do I need for this? Merc units? Guys taking it easy on me, huh? No worries. Yeah, it'd be better if I could do that first, but... Oh, come on, finish the job. Come on. Yeah. Kill her. Beautiful. Boom. Cartho Nasty, 1973. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Right, how are we looking? What's this? Defeat an enemy with Shin. All these mercenary things. It's going to be like that, so Let it be then. Can your stuff be evaded? I think it can. So I can't kill you. I need to kill something, right? How about that? Alright, Shin. Let's make this work, you and me. Boo! Thank you, L3, for the steal. Dignified. Appreciate. Yeah, we're not getting any kind of kills with that right now. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Damn! Okay, can I just thunder you out with this hit? No, not quite. I should withdraw. I shouldn't even consume the stamina if I'm not actually going to get a kill with her. What are the must-have Datacrons from the new set? Okay. Okay, sheepdog. Okay. I hear you. I will attend to that momentarily. I hadn't put out a video for set 19. I'm usually doing those with Aesop. We were supposed to do it around Christmas. Life got busy for everybody. No hard feelings. Makes perfect sense. And, yeah. I just never ended up making it. And I do kind of owe it to you guys. So we can give a little view on that. We can essentially check that. Okay. Would this work? Oh, please let this work. I don't think that's going to give it to her. It's going to give it to him because it's the assist. But I'm willing to see. Please give this. Give it. Damn. What is my counter for punishing one? I have typically been using Leviathan. I have done Endurance successfully a couple times. If you check my last season of Grand Arena on YouTube, here, I'll drop the link to that. But I put chapters on all the videos so you'd be able to find it. I couldn't tell you exactly which season, or sorry, which rounds I did that in. It's rare that I do the Endurance, but for the most part, yeah, Leviathan. Okay. You think so? Try that. Morning, Tass. How's it going? Says the Wolf. What's going on, Wolf? What's up, man? Shout out at the Wolf. Another Swugga content creator. Fun fellow. Another fan of hats. You really you can't go wrong. How do we do this? Please give me credit for something. A little bit of money. Just a little bit. Where's the term meter line? Yeah, not for you. Who's next? Shin's next. Just one? Yeah. There it is. There's our kill. Oh, thank God. Okay. Done. There we go. Should Mace go to Relic 9 for the Endurance counter? I don't think so. I don't think it's required reading. Great value, Relic 9, though, for TW. Yeah. Dinosaur Gaming says, so my whole Phoenix team's about to be 7 stars. I'm going to have Captain Rex be my first Relic, so I'm going to focus on gearing him up. Okay. Sure. If you're all, I'm usually. It sounds like you're fairly early in the game, and I'm not. I'm at the very top of the game, so I don't profess to know what are the best ways to come up these days. But give a quick Google to Darth Loquitur. I'll type the name out here. There's a few content creators that do very well. Quitter. Yeah, I think that's how it's said. But Google Darth Loquitur because he's got great guides that I remember a couple of years back, and I know he's still an active content creator. So anybody in the chat who knows other great content creators for early game progression, like optimized early game progression, feel free to share. But yeah, Darth Loquitur is a good one, I recall. I put a lot of people on him, and he's a good one. Scribe also just started a new account. Hey, Scribe's a great educator on the game, so that would be another good one. Shout out at Scribe. I can't believe I didn't shout out Scribe earlier. Scribe, if you're still here, I'm sorry. I love you. Please don't think I don't care, that I don't have affection for you in my heart. Okay, all right, so... Sheep, you asked about Datacrons. All right, I didn't do a video. We're going to do a little mini video right now. Okay, let's start like I usually do. We're going to talk about, first thing is the stats on the set. So you got armor pen, resistance pen, offense, crit damage, potency, tenacity. Okay, so penetration stats are very valuable. Most of your teams are physical, so probably more skewed towards armor penetration, but offense is excellent, in particular for your true damage teams or for characters that have bonus scaling to offense. Excellent to pursue that. Decent amounts too, but it's not going up as crazy high as previous sets have. All right. Obviously, you get bigger amounts of the same stats in the middle and then in the late band. But yeah, I'm looking at armor pen, resistance pen, offense, potency, tenacity. Those are the best of the bunch here. Okay, as far as level 3s goes, alignment. So light side, you've got this, whenever light side allies grant another buff to an ally, that ally recovers 3% health and protection. You might consider having one or two of these, maybe for a defensive team that you're thinking you might be able to time them out, or if it's like a counter that relies on burst, being able to restore yourself because you know your team's doing a lot of buffs, that might be good. You've got crit damage stacking is the next one. If you're critically hitting enemies more than 4 times, so it needs to be AoEs only. Keep that in mind to achieve that. Unless you're doing something like 4 critical hits, yeah, in one go. Nice. Oh, what happened? You had Fiery Bean Boozle. You had a great stream. What happened last night? You were raising money. You had a charity stream, Wolf. Dinosaur Gaming hit me with the hydrate. All right, we got some coffee to knock back. Good stuff. Sir Crawl. Fulcrum wants that offense on crit. Offense on crit? How do you mean? This critical damage stacking for Fulcrum, I think she only does a maximum of 3 hits with her big thing. So I don't think she'd benefit. And light side allies resist a debuff. They recover 2% health and protection. I think it's fairly poor. Whenever a light side allies daze or stun an enemy, they recover 10% health and protection. Pretty poor. This last one is kind of your default choice. At the start of the encounter, light side allies gain 15% max health and max protection for each other light side ally. Bulk level 3 is a classic. Whether it's light or dark, this is probably your default choice. You should have a proactive idea of why you want to use any of these others. Maybe you intend to do a dash team on defense, and you're not worried about them having the bulk. You need them to have like a stacking kapow threat, right? Maybe you're putting Kira and Dash in there, a couple AoEs, something like that. You've got Zalbar in there, another AoE. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should have a proactive thought in mind about how you'd want to use any of these others. But for me, otherwise, I'd default to bulk for light side. All right, for dark side, you've got dark side allies start the battle with plus 25% turn meter. This is incredible. Anytime you're able to start the battle with turn meter for a variety of teams, it's a big deal. You're thinking how Imperial Troopers counters Darth Revan if you're able to be faster and you've got the right modding and setup and yada yada yada. But the point is, it's very hard to actually be faster than Darth Revan. This could help. Now they could set it too as a defensive measure and you're back to where you were. Fair. Fulcrum wants that offense on crit damage, not offense. Yeah, Sir Carl. I think I answered your question, Sir Carl. Yeah. Okay, Wolf. You were doing a charity stream for the LA wildfire relief. A bit haphazard as you've never done a Tiltify campaign. But yeah, it was live last night and went really well. Well, hey, man. Good for you. Thank you for doing something good. Something positive, man. Appreciate that. Did Ranger get wasted in the end? His tolerance for drinking the Fernet constantly has to be insane. I don't even know. Dude, I respect the amount of money that Ranger raises for charity. I literally cannot watch him or Heinze. I cannot watch people drink anything, much less alcohol, which is like gonna... I cannot watch people drink alcohol out of a used shoe. And I don't know that... Ranger probably has a dedicated shoe that he doesn't use for any other purpose than this, which is less vile. But we know Heinze. Heinze's a filthy son of a bitch, and we know that he took that sucker off his foot and drank beer out of it. Not for me. Okay, carrying on. Whenever dark side allies use a basic ability, they gain crit chance up, crit damage up, and offense up for 2 turns. This is excellent. You compare this with the last one. Whenever dark side allies start their turn with at least 2 buffs that can be dispelled, they gain 5% offense stacking until the end of the encounter. This one, so you know, it was Sasha Aisha who pointed this out. It would take you 10 turns of this second ability ticking to give you the value of the 50% offense from the offense up that this second ability gives here, this second listed. So if you're going to make use of that, if you're actually going to gain a lot of value from that, you need turn meter gain on your team, right? If you're wanting to do the stacking offense one, you need to pass turns while having buffs in order to gain more value from that than just having this basic ability offense up stuff. So there you go. Yeah, there was the Gungies award show last night by Egnards, Wolf. Yes, that's the content creator rating show. Just check Egnard's channel. The VOD is still up. You're good. That stacking offense seems to work well with Savage. Oh, for sure, man. Savage is pumping turn meter out to himself, and I think he's pumping out stacking offense and lifesteal to his allies. So, yeah. You don't get mods, says Dinosaur? Man, check my YouTube channel. If you don't understand about mods, I've put out a video. Just search on there, how to mod. I made 2 videos on it. How to mod 1 and 2. And if you don't know anything about the methods, the science, the beauty, the art of modding, check it out. I highly recommend it. I don't think it'll be a waste of your time, man. Okay, all right, so we talked about the first, the second, and the 5th ability here. The 3rd one here is Dark Side Allies. Whenever Dark Side Allies are damaged by percent health damage effects, they recover 2% health. Pretty weak. Whenever Dark Side Allies gain a buff, they recover 2% health and protection. Maybe that could be good for something like Wampa, but I feel like that second ability with the basic crit chance, crit damage offense up, that feels more like Wampa's speed to me. All right. Oh, Wolf, you weren't on the Gungies? You weren't a creator? You'll have to reach out to Egnard so that you're in on it next year. Because he was pulling in creators new and old, great and small, so I'm pretty sure that would have just been an accident. I don't think he would have tried to exclude you, my man. Spovo! Hey, Spovo, what's going on, man? Morning task. I know probably still too early, but what are your thoughts on how to mod Darkside Ray? My man, that is by far the most frequently asked question of this stream, and I've got it on screen right there for you. So, let me know if you got any questions after you read that. All right. Take a screen grab of it here real quick, because I'm going to continue talking about Datacrons. Doing an impromptu set 19. That's why I'm confused. Isn't he mostly a Redditor? Would have figured a Twitch person to run that. I mean, yeah, he is very active on Reddit, but he streams on YouTube and Twitch. He's just usually doing it like really early in the morning East Coast time. Like 7 a.m., sometimes pre-7 a.m., so you might not see him a lot. All right. Spovo, music to my ears. I was thinking of giving her the old Darth Revan setup. It's not the worst way you could go, but yeah, man, if you could have her in a fast health primary for the arrow, for the cross, high speed, high offense secondary, crit damage triangle, nasty situation for the enemy. All right, as far as factions go, for Imperial Trooper, the first time each Imperial Trooper ally falls below 50% health, they gain DI and health steal up. It's okay. Probably like a defensive for Iden, but that's not even the best one. Whenever Imperial Trooper allies have full health and protection at the start of their turn, they deal 100% more damage on their turn. This is an excellent choice for any offensive Imperial Troopers team, because you're kind of picking your fight. You know when you're going to be able to establish a turn meter train, get it rolling. This 100% damage is hideous. Whenever Imperial Trooper allies attack out of turn, they have a 25% chance to remove 10% turn meter from the target. I don't know that you could think of an ability that's worse. This is really, really bad. A 25% chance to remove 10% TM. Ooh. All right, fourth ability. At the start of the battle, Imperial Trooper allies lose all max protection and gain that much max health. Imperial Trooper allies gain Grit until the end of the battle, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. Grit is defined as takes reduced damage from percent health damage effects. This is incredible for Iden on defense. It's part of an old school setup that I remember Fatal, I think, pioneering the first time, way back when it was fresh and brand new for its first run. But yeah, basically you're converting all your protection into max health, which you're thinking, why is that advantageous when Iden can restore both? And it's because if you're setting her on defense, it's usually going to be with Range Trooper, who gives protection up, and protection up is based on max health. You've converted all your protection into max health, you get huge protection ups. So, helps you. And then, of course, Iden's ramping offense the entire time, the team's ramping offense. It's a problem. Reduced percent health damage effects also applies to the dots from Wampa. So if you're trying to set Iden and you want to impede Wampa, this is part of the recipe. At the start of their first turn, Imperial Trooper allies gain offense equal to 400% of their current defense. Then they lose 50% defense. This is much more potent when it's being offered on a Datacron set that also has defense as a stat. As such, pretty mediocre choice. Okay. Yeah, nice, Bovo. Nice setup, yeah. All right, Jack Daniels, first-time chatter. Oh, yeah, you agree with the Wolf. I didn't recognize half the nominees, and the people I expected weren't represented. Interesting. Yeah, if you know where to reach out to Egnard, share your feedback with him. But I did appreciate his effort, because there were a lot of content creators on there that I hadn't heard of, that were new to my ears. Not that I'm always keeping my ear to the ground best, but I appreciated his effort to include the great and the small, you know? You bailed halfway through. Well, it was also a fairly long show. Like, I didn't catch it live. I caught it as a VOD. I think you might enjoy it better as a VOD. Because, you know, you can click through whatever bits you're not trying to see. Get to the goodies. I thought it was pretty entertaining myself. All right, next faction, Rebels. Possible Rebel mechanics. Whenever Rebel allies critically hit an enemy during their turn, that ally gains 10% offense stacking for 2 turns. This is great. I mean, especially if it's like a Rebel turn meter team. But this is a great one. Whenever Rebel allies... Ooh, we lost our music. Come back to me, Maestro. Lots of exposition on the award show, Jack Daniels. You know, I can't be the guy to come down on exposition. This is a pretty long-winded show, my man. I don't know if you're seeing a lot of this show, but I can't be the guy to come down on exposition. So, won't be me. Won't be me. Where's my... I want my saxophone track. There we go. Okay, whenever rebel allies use a special ability on their turn, they gain riposte for 2 turns. This is incredible. This is going to be one of the better generic choices that you could take because riposte is a serious problem for any team that you would put on defense that is rebel. So consider that. At the end of their turn, rebel allies gain defense penetration up and offense up for 1 turn. This is fine. This is another generic good choice. I think it's probably a good bit better than that first one, right? Because you get 10% offense stacking for 2 turns. That could ramp indefinitely as long as you're critically hitting. So that could go up to some really high numbers. But again, offense up is worth 50% offense in itself. Defense penetration up is pretty good news, right? I like that one a lot. Whenever rebel allies attack out of turn, they have a 25% chance to remove 10% turn meter from the target. I would say for like Phoenix, which is taking like a lot of turns, attacking out of turn, a lot of assist related action. For Phoenix and for Mon Mothma, I would say you could actually maybe get some value out of this. I don't know that I like it better than the defense penetration and offense up. For an offensive application of Mon Mothma, as an example. But if I was trying to game something where I was just going to strip turn meter off him and cheese him into non-existence, that would be the way and that would be the team. Whenever rebel allies are stunned, gain 50% turn meter and recover 25% health and protection. Kind of sneaky interesting for those of us that like setting Galactic Legend Leia on defense. You and I both know that Slacker is a classic counter to that. And what are you trying to do? You're trying to stab Drogon, lock down Drogon. Okay, fine. Now lock down Drogon, gain turn meter, recover health and protection. Heal him up a bit. I wonder if there could be a problem there for the enemy. You know? Otherwise, you might consider riposte. Fine choice. Okay. Where are we? Tuskens. Yeah, whenever a debuff on an enemy expires, Tusken allies gain 2% potency and tenacity stacking until end of battle. Don't bother. Whenever a Tusken ally falls below 100% health, they gain a bonus turn. Limit once per character per battle. It's okay. It's kind of a meh. Third, Tusken allies start the battle with damage immunity for 2 turns. Can't be copied. I don't think that matters so much. Maybe the gas. I'll think about it. The first time each Tusken ally falls below 50% health, they gain damage immunity for 1 turn and gain health steal up for 2 turns. This seems like a more useful version of the previous one. I like the idea of reactive DI as opposed to DI at battle start. Yeah? Hey, Ivory Black. Hey, man, what's going on? What's going on? Where are the white women at? I'm trying to see something this way. This is one of my real life buddies popping in here. He's usually hanging out with me in patron chat. What's going on, man? I didn't know you never chatted in here. You should have been trolling me years ago in here. What's going on, dude? Yeah, this has been a real casual stream. Answering people's questions, getting some PvE stuff done on the side. Okay, where were we? The first time... Yeah, we already talked about that one. Whenever a Tusken ally deals damage to an enemy and no other enemy is blinded, inflict blind for 2 turns on that enemy, which can't be resisted. This is excellent. It's good on its own, but it's really good when we talk about the 9 that goes with it. I'm just going to skip ahead and show you real quick. You could go with Tusken Chieftain, which says whenever he uses basic, other allies gain 25% turn meter. It's not a bad choice by any means. Tusken Raider, whenever Tusken Raider evades an attack, and our Tuskens are inflicting blind on a single target, right? Nobody else can have blind, and then they'll inflict blind. But whenever Tusken Raider evades an attack, like when somebody with blind attacks him, they gain crit chance up and crit damage up for 2 turns and 50% turn meter. If you've got a good setup on your Raider, a good offensive setup, this is bad. This is bad times. So that combined with the blind, I like it. Which Tuscan Kron is best? Yeah, there you go. I would say the buffs on basic level 3, the blind level 6, and then either this 9, which I think is better, or you could go with the Tuscan Chieftain 9. So those are your choices, I would say. Wolf says Tuscan Crowns were kind of a disappointment. The stats that go with this set are not as ludicrous as some of the past sets, but I was still pulling like decent banner bleed out of my opponents going after my Tuscans as long as they weren't doing Treya. So I wasn't too mad at it. Why? What do you think? Hey, man! Thank you, Ivory. Really appreciate that. Man, Ivory doesn't even play Swugga, so it's a real love there. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Thank you so much for the gift sub. To Lars, the emo kid. Okay, where were we? Yeah, we were still on factions. Tuscan, Ufu. Okay. So, possible Ufu mechanics. Whenever Ufu allies grant a buff to another ally, that ally gains 10% turn meter. Limit once per turn per ally. Pretty good, actually. One of my Fulcrum Crons has this. I think that's about it, though. When set 18 is gone and we lose our Inquisitor's Cron, this is going to be something to think about. They don't really grant buffs to other allies, though. It's not... Well, actually, no. When GI uses Torture on somebody, you know, with a bunch of stacks of Purge, it's giving a ton of buffs to the whole team, so it's a lot of turn meter, right? Gosh, if you do that, that's 5+ buffs, right? You're talking greater than 50% turn meter getting force-fed, so sneaky good for when set 18 expires. Otherwise, it's okay. This one... Whenever Ufu allies start their turn with at least 2 debuffs that can be dispelled, they have a 65% chance to dispel all debuffs on themselves. Yeah, Fatal sold me on this one as being probably the best choice if you're setting Ray on defense and you're expecting your opponent to try and do EP Star Killer. Because many of your opponents are relying on locking down the sides and keeping them controlled until they can just get blown out later in the fight. Randomly having your... You know, if you, let's see. You could put Fulcrum on the team, but I mean, Ben freeing himself. Ezra's a Jedi, so that won't work on him. But basically, Ben freeing himself is a nightmare. You're generally trying to stun him off rip, and then it's 2 turns if he gets to go until his big boom, right? That second turn is big boom. And that can be straight up game ending right now with the kind of offense and crit damage that people are putting onto him. So, something to think about. Yeah, but this self-dispelling thing is a great idea for Ray on defense if you anticipate the enemy to use EP Star Killer. Whenever an Ufu ally is critically hit, they gain 100% crit avoidance and crit chance for 2 turns. Yeah, this is like your default for wherever your Calcron is probably going. Likely for your Spectre team as well. Whenever an unaligned Force user ally defeats an enemy, they take a bonus turn. I don't really like it because it's what I call a win harder, you know? If you've just killed somebody, the momentum of one character taking a bonus turn, probably not that big of a deal at this point. Last but not least, the first time each Ufu ally falls below 50%, all Ufu allies reduce their cooldowns by 1 and gain 10% turn meter. Maybe on an all Ufu team. Maybe. If you were not taking that first one with Inquisitors and you were going to put Inquisitors next season on defense, something like that, like after set 18 is gone is what I'm saying. Maybe that's got a place for you, but I don't see it having a ton of use. Okay, so we talked alignments, we talked factions, let's get into the characters. C-3PO. Yeah, if you're using him, this is good. This is getting more use in... I don't want to say. I didn't really use him that much in 3s. I would think I get more use out of him in 3s than 5s. CLS hasn't been getting a lot of service for me in 5 vs 5. Our board is just too big. Yeah, I don't know. If you're putting C-3PO in your Queen Amidala team, though, if you like that more Fatal style setup there with Cam, C-3PO, and, you know, your GR healers are just slapping people, this is amazing. Yeah, actually, if you are not using C-3PO in your CLS team, or you're not using CLS, C-3PO with this Kron, man, with high offense on the stats, that might be something. That might be really something there. Schnookum says, is the 3s, the bonus turn has been great to me for Slacker, though I'm using the Dark Side Ufu bonus turn right now. Fair point. I wasn't really thinking about that, but fair point, Schnookums. Good stuff. Okay, so C-3PO is actually, you know, sneaky good, pretty good. Tusken Raider, I already talked about. I do think it's the better of the two good ones. There's also one for, what's her name? Tusken Warrior. Where is she? It's just the damage reflection. It's pretty meh. I wouldn't worry about it. All right, Han Solo. The first time Han is defeated, they're revived with 100% health, gain prot over time for 2 turns, and take a bonus turn. Rather intriguing. If your Han is occasionally dying, if you're doing something like CLS versus gas, actually this wouldn't help you because you can't revive against gas. So specifically not that example, now that I think about it. But Han on defense has more teeth this way, right? Not only do you have to deal with shoot first in general, but him coming back and then getting to go again is a problem. There is a... maybe if you've got the kit for it, an Akbar team. But that's so rare that it's useful. And even then, Akbar team's kind of like a back wall thing. Kind of a gimmick. But yeah, once you get a kill, you get another turn and kill the other side and move on to Leia quickly. No, I see your point, Hooray. I see that point, yeah. Yeah, that Slacker bonus turn. Okay, yeah, specifically for Slacker, that Ufu bonus turn could be good. If you've been seeing me do it, I've been running it with set 18, high health and crit damage, probably skewing towards crit damage. And when that's gone, I may well do that. I really have been doing set 18, so I wasn't thinking out in that direction. Good call, guys. All right, Ahsoka Tano. At the start of battle, all Spectre allies gain More Eyes Wisdom for 2 turns. Can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. Whenever a Spectre ally with More Eyes Wisdom uses a special ability, Ahsoka Tano gains 3% ultimate charge. This one, when this set first came out, I was really dogging on it, and I think it's better in 3 versus 3 than I gave it credit for. I don't know how good it is in 5 versus 5. It might be really good, because here's the thing. Actually, this might be a really value buy in 5s. Because More Eyes Wisdom gets put out by Ahsoka Tano's 3rd ability, and you can use that maybe twice a fight. So only 2 allies would be getting a locked More Eyes Wisdom. You know? Whereas this, everybody gets it off rip, which helps everybody ramp. And it would take an impossible number of turns for her to put More Eyes Wisdom on all of her allies. So that might be better than I give it credit for here in 5s. Padawan Sabine Wren, though, is really good. Whenever she gains 15% turn meter when other allies use a special ability on their turn. I want to say she's got ramping critical damage. She hits like a truck with an AoE. So it's a problem for her to be taking more turns. Range Trooper. Whenever Range Trooper critically hits an enemy, Range Trooper gains 10% crit damage, defense pen, and offense stacking max 200% until the end of battle. If you're of the mind to do like an Iden team on defense, I think this is kind of like a win harder if you're doing some type of Imperial Troopers on offense. But on defense, this can be sneaky good. I think a lot of people will have a speed health set on their Range Trooper. I do recommend that be a protection cross and then a crit damage triangle. I like that a lot. Hey, Sweetness, what's up? A desire for additional milk, eh? We can take a quick break for milk here in a minute. We can do that. Let me see if I can't belt through a couple of these here. Okay, Cat, 20% chance to gain 50% defense penetration. Kind of meh. Tusken Chieftain, this is the second best one for Tuskens. This is forbidden. I hate it. It's really bad. CLS, This is really a good ability, but the problem is that this CLS level 9 is restricted to the UFU level 6. You'll never see this occur with Rebel, so its usefulness is pretty limited. I'm fairly disappointed. But if you're the type that does like a CLS droids team, or maybe you have some type of crazy CLS UFU team cooked up, might be more useful to you. I don't know. Open to hearing your tales of amazing uses of this level 9. Snowtrooper. Whenever Snowtrooper critically hits an enemy, Snowtrooper gains DI for 1 turn, which can't be copied, 25% turn meter, and blinds that enemy for 1 turn, which can't be evaded or resisted. If the enemy was target locked, Snowtrooper also gains protection up 100%, stacking, retribution, and speed up for 2 turns. That feels a good bit stronger than Rage Trooper, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, Wolf echoes here in the chat. Yeah, that CLS Cron being limited to UFU was disappointing. Indeed. Okay, we already looked at Warrior. It's Garboni, Jabroni. Okay, we got Lando Calrissian. Whenever he critically hits an enemy, he gains 10% crit damage, defense penetration, and offense, stacking. Max 200% until the end of battle. It's nice for him, but the character is still pretty poor. So if you have a corner case use for him, he's going to be a lot better, but I'm not making any particular effort for him. Fulcrum. This is definitely far and away the best level 9 of the set, in my opinion. Just how Dengar was super powerful from set 18. You know, whenever an enemy takes a turn, she's getting a bonus turn. During this bonus turn, she deals 100% more damage. This bonus can't trigger this effect on enemies. This bonus turn can't trigger this effect on enemies. So what that means is that if she gets her turn, uses her middle to buff up, she has that 100% bonus damage during the buff up turn. But then this bonus turn, let's see, can't trigger this effect on enemies. Basically, it's going to happen that about half the time when she goes to do that big hit of hers, that's special, she's not actually going to have the bonus damage. But it's okay. It's still okay, guys. It's still going to be fine. I'm not worried about it. Array, Skirata. Maybe we just throw in CLS with Starkiller in 5 vs 5 after a Starkiller Chron expires. Or a set 18. Yeah. Maybe. There's been stranger things than a slacker-led UFU team with a blend of light side and dark side characters. Definitely seen stranger than that. Tusken Shaman is also butts. Don't do it. Death Trooper. Whenever he does damage to an enemy, remove 25% turn meter from that enemy. Since it's guaranteed, and if you have a decent amount of potency set onto him, you could maybe game that with an offensive Veers-based team. But I feel like Snow is really gross. Cal Kestis, yeah, it's a bulk level 9, so plus 5% max health and protection per relic amplifier level, and damage they receive is decreased by 15%. I'll say this much, anybody just trying to saw through him and not deleting him, this is formidable. A lot of players have him Relic 8, Relic 9 up by where I play, and this is awful to try and pound through. Alright, good old Cholo. At the start of Captain Han Solo's turn, dispel all debuffs on them. They recover 5% health for each debuff dispelled this way. It's just so bad on a character that is just so bad. Stormtrooper Han. Stormtrooper Han deals 5% more damage per relic amplifier level on all allies present at the start of battle. So on a full relic 9 team, 9 times 5, 45% more damage. He's gaining turn meter once he has taunt up. His basics can hit for an appreciable amount. This could maybe do some sneaky good damage. Might see this as the level 9 going with Leia in 5 vs 5. I might expect to see that. This might be surprising, is what I'm saying. Magma Trooper. Whenever Magma Trooper uses basic ability, Magma Trooper gains protection up, 50% stacking for 2 turns, and 50% turn meter. Whenever Magma Trooper damages an enemy using a special ability, inflict fear for 1 turn on that enemy, which can't be evaded or resisted. Fear is pretty busted, but we already saw here in 3s, you could take down Galactic Legend Ahsoka Tano teams that did not have a Fulcrum in there with the Fulcrum Cron to kind of use those bonus turns to dissuade this. But Veers, Magma, and Sortie, and you need to have it set up where Magna is the weakest, so Sortie gives him VIP. But basically, that 3-man was taking on Galactic Legend Ahsoka Tano teams that were lacking Fulcrum in there. This is a really powerful Kron, so even easier to use in 5s and 3s. Definitely consider picking it up and using it. I'd put it maybe number 2 or 3 behind Fulcrum. It's a good choice. Admiral Piet. The first time Piet is defeated, if there is at least one other active ally, revive all other defeated allies, and other allies recover plus 100% health and protection, gain 100% turn meter and 100% offense until the end of battle. So this one, I rather like. And let's think about this. Who is this coming out with? What faction does this? That's Imperial Trooper. So let's think about that. What were the Imperial Trooper 6s? So this with your Lord Vader team on defense offers a threat condition, right? If they do this the wrong way and they don't kill him last, that could be a real problem. Maybe this one. Maybe the DI. But no, the DI would save him. We don't want him to be saved. We want him to die. Do that. Oh, that's such a smart tech. Do the offense equal to 400% of their defense, then lose 50% defense. Don't have any other Imperial Troopers in the team. But yeah, man. You could have the stacking offense level 3. This offense to defense for Piet. Piet is more easily killed this way, possibly setting up the trigger of the Piet level 9 that much easier. So there's an option for you. Okay, and that brings us to the end of that list. So there's your impromptu Set 19 video. I might try and figure out how to clip that and just throw that up and call it the video, because I feel bad that I didn't do one and it got away from me. You have my apologies, folks. All right, let me get my daughter some water real quick. Oh, God, we went over time, didn't we? I said I was wanting to wrap up around 11:30. I'll do these last few Conquest fights offline. But I will be hanging out on Discord here when I'm wrapping up the stream. And, yeah, let's get ready to do that. So, first of all, if you're not already on my Discord, it is the place to find me if you want to be in touch, you want to find out when I'm going live. You got other burning questions in your heart that pop up after the stream is over. That is the place to find me. If you want to catch my previous streams with chapters added for easy browsing, for all my Grand Arena fights, check out my YouTube. I've got some other great Swugger-related content over there I think you'll be interested in. We've got the Datacron set guides, mod guide videos on characters and factions that you guys have requested. We've got the GAC Omicron tier list video, and of course, that's a rebroadcasting point for my Grand Arena Focus podcast, Plotting and Scheming, that I make with my friends Dagger, TJ, Sasha Aisha, and Fatal. So that's all over there on YouTube. If you check anything out there, if you like it, please give it a like. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Really appreciate the support. We just crossed 1,200 YouTube subs the other day, so really appreciate the interest and continued support, guys. Thank you so much for that. Of course, let's see. If you like the cut of my jib here and you want to support what I'm doing, got a few ways to support. We've got, at your request, I have created a Cash App. That is $Tassinix. I do have a PayPal. Some have asked. That is tassinix@gmail.com. And of course, you already know that I have a Patreon. If you want to get a little something back, you want to get some early access, you want to get some improved scouting tools, you got to check out patreon.com/Tassinix. For any upwardly mobile Grand Arena player, there is something there of interest for you. At $5 a month, you enter the TAS House at VIP Access, where you get early access to the Plotting and Scheming podcast, my Datacron set guides, and of course, dedicated text and voice chat on Discord, where you can generally find me lurking. So pop on in, say hi. Thank you so much to Andrew, Arj, Deadpoolcow28, JJ's Productions, Twitch, Jobin4527, Johnny B. Ottawa, Me Asmal, Mus Ross, Rays Malbus, Sam Vimes, Squed, Stark Strategy Gamer, Sweens14, White Wolf, and Sheepdog, who just signed up here. I don't have him on the slide yet, but I didn't forget you, buddy. All right, moving on up to the $10 a month tier is VIP Access Plus, where you get a bundled Patreon access to me and to OmegaBot. If you watch my Grand Arena streams, OmegaBot is something I'll pull on each opponent. Anybody can pull a report on their opponent, their last week of history for free, and you get that great, at-a-glance view of their offensive, defensive tendencies. But patrons can pull any number of weeks to get a custom report, get a bigger picture of what their opponent's about. You get a downloadable HTML report with links that you can click that go right back to swigga.gg or Insight, whichever you use. Get the details about the counters you're interested in. Really useful stuff. Thank you so much to Stryker, Esh Sotnikam, and Dobby. And at VIP Access Premium, this is the Double Bot bundle at $15 a month, so Patreon access to me, to OmegaBot, and to Hot Utils, the number one tool for your mass mod management or loadout creation. A couple clicks moves you between Grand Arena mods, TW, TB, Raid. Save a ton of time on that. Use it like Fatal and TJ do. Remod your roster comprehensively for Grand Arena. Change things up week by week. Save a ton of time with that. If you've been lazy and sitting on a big pile of mods that you haven't sliced through, you can thresh through them in seconds with Hot Utils. So many other useful functions, to say nothing of the TW power. So thank you so much to Duckstab, Dark Hug, Ivanek, General Milan, Sir Boss, Quig, Wilco, Frick Frack Paddywhack, and Zoltre, who moved up here from VIP Access up to Premium. Thank you so much for your support, man. And our newest VIP Access Premium patron, Argots. Thank you for joining, man. And of course, at the top of the list, the one, the only Nomad's Reaper, Ingesters Club Elite. This guy pops into stream from time to time and goes ham. Drops hundreds of subs, thousands of biddies, incredibly generous support over the years. Thank you so much, my man. And of course, last but never least, our special thanks. First, to Yoda Force, one of my original supporters way back in the day, bought me the mic that I'm speaking to you on right now, and even though he has long since quit the game, we wish him well from the other side. To Mrs. T, my wife, thank you for all you do in the background during my regular Grand Arena streams, keeping our daughter from ripping apart our home brick by brick because we're in that curious, destructive age. And of course, to Dagger, TJ, Sasha Aisha, and Fatal, my co-hosts on the Plotting and Scheming podcast. Gentlemen, it is a pleasure and a privilege to record our show together with you every week. Despite us having busy, work, family, personal schedules, we still manage to get it done. We're coming up on 2 years. We learn from each other every week. Our viewers learn from us. The feedback, the questions, the support. It's all moving in the right direction, guys. And you are such a huge part of that winning recipe. Thank you so much. All right, moving back over to the main scene. Yeah, you're welcome, Schnookums. Yeah, Ivory. That's right. Yeah. I'll see everybody in Discord here in a minute. I'll be in the patron chat. But let's see who's up and running. Let's make ready. Raid out. Pass on the love. Same category. Who's on? Hey, we got to give some love to Ranger. Ranger's always raiding into us, so let's go ahead and show the man some love. Shields up. Weapons online, make ready for warp. And yeah, it's been a great, coffee and chill stream. We had a lot of great discussion today, so I enjoyed this. I enjoyed doing this in the off week. Thank you guys for making it worth my while. I hope it was worth your while. We'll see you soon in Plotting and Scheming, and of course, come next Wednesday night, Grand Arena. But until next time, until then, it's been real. It's been awesome. It's been real awesome. Take care.